Oh, we are back. I'm trying to tackle at it. Seriously? So messed up all the time, man. I got a whole bunch of people that I hang around with back and forth all through here and all that are interested in seeing the ICE PC once we finish it and get it done. So it's going to be pretty cool to show them some pictures. So I had to go down and I had to pick up the caulking gun. Bam, 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 bam. So we can get this done because no, I thought I'd be able to squeeze this out by hand. It's not going to happen. I am not that strong. Keep doing that. Alright, I'll put this in here. I'm going to need more caulking, honestly. I do believe we are. But we're just basically just going to be doing something simple with this. Just need to get some of it out. I'm going to get my panels done. You'll never find. Someone you share your life with the whole life through. I'm not saying myself, baby. I don't butcher the X of that song, but somebody's playing it in the background from Lou Ross. I like Lou Ross. Boy, got how strong this stuff was. Sheesh. Alright, we need a cardboard piece. Kind of stinks it up a little bit. So we can see. Ooh. Man, that's something potent. Yeah, definitely want to get this all over my hands. Kind of strong though. forgot what stuff used to smell like back in the day. Yeah, kind of strong. So stay over there. Please, thank you. I appreciate it. Too curious. Way too curious. Curious for your own too good. His own good is too curious. Let's see what it's like once we get done. Cardboard is your best friend. Alright, be a jerk about it. You're gonna find yourself sitting in your pen. Definitely gonna find yourself sitting in your pen. Be a jerk about it. The caulking gun is nice, but we're definitely going to have to use the tubes. Definitely going to need it. Because we got to make that drip format. Can't do it with the caulking. Not going to work at all. Too hard. This is perfect for what we need it for. Put that layer of ice on. That's fantastic. But as for the caulking, not going to work for the drips. What we got to do. How come we never have rags in here? Like, we literally never had rags in here at all. So this is already done. I'm gonna place this over there where it can cool off. If we're nice and dry, cool off. Oopsie. Don't you even dare think about it. We gotcha. Come on. Let's just slide up in here. Okay. Ready to dry. Oh man. I need to get something. Hands. Can't find anything here. There's rags. Nothing here. Nothing. Like, really? There we go. Shit, there's something. Rag in here somewhere. There we go. myself with my hands. Can't touch anything. So I'll put which one the dead dry. Well, you know what? Let it dry on its own. I don't want to stand that stuff. Alright. Let's get this in a bag. Yeah, but that taco wants to be a menace today. Wants to get himself in trouble. I told you that every time I wear darker colors, he wants to mark me up with his fur. And the other time I'm wearing anything lighter, he doesn't come near me to rub his fur on me. He only does that when I'm wearing darker colors. I don't know why he does that. I don't know if he's being a jerk or whatever. But he likes to do it when I'm occupied and I'm working on something. If I'm working on something, he figures that I won't catch him trying to rub fur all over me. And that's why he gets scolded. He knows better. Shouldn't be doing that. I'm one of those people that if I tell you one time, that's the last time I gotta tell you about it, and that should be the end of it. Jeez. Always trying to mark it with that fur. Especially when I'm wearing darker color. This is why I don't wear black anymore. Okay, that was done. That's a fast job. Got that out of the way. Done. Got them iced up because we can't put them in unless they show some kind of ice effect to them. Man, that's what makes you look. Doesn't make me dizzy though. And again, I stare into a monitor, which I'm trying to come off my monitor. Desperately trying to come off because it gives me headaches. Monitors give me serious jacked up headaches. So, where are my yellow glasses at? That's why I can't wait to get my table done. Because once that computer's finished and done, I start working on my table. Finally, get it done. Because we're going to put this huge plexiglass table in. We're going to have the ends come up for little projectors here. Going to watch my screens here and here on the table. And that projector's going to run the table. So that's why. I'm going to get all this done. And get it finished. Everything we're doing is in steps. Steps to get this done, steps to get that done, and everything basically comes together to make one final piece of work. All of this comes together. So like most people come here, they just set up their computers and stuff and they're done. We developed something different. Our business is a little different than most people, and talking doesn't help. And you got to show proof that you actually have this technology and this ability. That's another thing too. I can't express enough to people who make things up that when you get out here in this business, you're going to have to be able to back up everything you say. And in this office, I have to be able to show what I'm actually showing on the video. And that's why it does not pay to lie. All that bringing out a chalkboard and calling yourself a philosopher at the end of the day don't mean jack. It don't mean jack. I think people do that to try to give off the illusion as if like they know what they're talking about. You know what I mean, Jack? You gotta back it up. So I saw that video from talking about this nonsense about our product. Yeah, please do explain that when we go to court about basically how you felt the theory of how my product is designed and how it performs. I can't wait to hear that one. Keep in mind, if you mess up, it's gonna cost you. So you know that. It ain't on YouTube from in a courtroom. So if you mess up, it's gonna cost you. But anyway, yeah. People, I heard all kinds of dumb nonsense on YouTube. Oh yeah, I heard they can use big words and stuff. Put a chalkboard up there, write some stupid diagram or something, and say, hey look, I know what I'm talking about. You don't know jack at the end of the day. Everything that I've ever drawn on paper, I built. Let's say we're going to do a 250-inch screen, we built it. Motorized projection screen, staying outside, we built it. We put it together right in front of you. Any computer I built in here. I tell you, we want to build it, we put it together. Tabletop technology, we do it. I don't have time to be drawing some nonsense on a piece of paper. I sit there and say at the end of the day, I'm trying to understand, try to show you the best I can, but it's better if I build it and show you. So, I built tons and tons of screens. We built the 158-inch 235.1 with built-in speakers, all types of fixed frame screens, mesh screens, you name it, we built it. So, I'm not one to be talking on camera all the time and not back it up. Right now, we're building a refrigeration unit for this thing right here. I got 30 people right now that are checking out any video that I post on PCs, and they're asking if I want to do basic. I'm doing customization. I can literally leave the film just do customization, but I like both. I like my screens and I like my doing computers. So anything I say I'm gonna do, I back it up. But this guy calling himself a philosopher, please, man, get over yourself, man. You're too high and mighty at the end of the day. The problem is that you've been sitting up there putting yourself up on that high horse, talking all this nonsense. I'm the gopher hole that brings you down. I can't stand people at the end of the day that talk a whole lot of trash and don't back it up. Call himself a philosopher. Can't even basically back up his own products at the end of the day. You don't even know what range gain is. Still been asking that question. I'll be asking that question long after I'm in a trade show. Yeah, we had this one guy, man, that talked about some freaking range gain nonsense. Did it exist? Oh, heck no. We're all going to sit down and laugh about that. You're going to become a laughing stock everywhere I go. I'm going to go to a freaking trade show. Like, yeah, he had a nerve to make a claim that one paint was going to produce two different games. I didn't want to cry laughing over that one. But we got people like that. You're going to bring a chalkboard in there and explain my technology at the end of the day and how it functions. Yeah. You want me to give you the invite to make my stuff? Because I'll give you the invite to make my stuff. I'll embarrass you on YouTube. Like I did the other two. Philosopher on my foot. I can make your product. Now I can see why back then. But then again, if you had the credibility of building it, like William Penn, Alexander Graham, all them, if you had a past of building stuff, the only people that would doubt you is haters. Because they just be waiting for you to fail. They don't count the victories that you have. They're just looking for that one failure. So they can get there and say, oh yeah, I know it. Because that's all they got. But this guy at the end of the day, he's interesting. He reminds me somewhat of Mississippi Man. But the difference between him and Mississippi Man is intelligent, extremely intelligent, and he knows what he's talking about. Not a big fan of him? Heck, I don't even like him. But I can tell you one thing, I give credit where credit is due. He is quite intelligent. He made some pretty crazy, amazing products. But other than that, he does know what he's talking about, because I've had conversations with this guy. But as for these guys at the end of the day, no, you don't know jack. No, I think out of the group, I think Danny considers himself to be the smartest one out of the group, between all of them. So that's why when he's making a black paint, they're all running to him. Me like this is my big brother. He's gonna come beat you up, like kind of scenario. Like, oh yeah, he got this black paint. He went blah 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 blah. I'm like, man, come on, man. I've heard this before. This is nothing new. Where's your black paint at now? Yeah, it's sitting on on a website saying it's sold out. It's been sold out for a while. Ugh, man. Yeah, that Great Hope went somewhere, didn't it? If that was you thought at the end of the day, you getting Danny and sicking him on me at the end of the day, thinking I was going to be afraid of that, please, man. I crushed companies at the end of the day. That's nothing to take out. But that whole thinking, he think he knows what he's talking about. Man, we was in a forum site with a bunch of projector gurus, people who basically been in the business for freaking years and know everything about projectors and all that stuff. And they listen to that philosopher nonsense and his demonstration. And they man, he doesn't know what he's doing. Does not know what he's doing at all, period. This is why we got to have these rules in place. This is why we got to have batch numbers, got to have these rules and regulations in place, because you're going to have cartoons like this popping up every once in a while, making fake products, talking a whole lot of nonsense, not backing anything, not testing anything, and who gets ripped off in the process? The consumer. They're the ones who get it the worst, because they're the ones who are going to get ripped off from these jokers. That's why these tests have to be done. Has to be done. And they're going to get mad and they're going to argue against anybody at the end of the day that supports it, because they don't want it. Now you see why it needs to be done. The philosopher. And they're right, the philosopher. I got something for you, joker, at the end of the day. I'll open up a forum site. I'll come in and I'll pick your brain on basically projector knowledge. I bet you don't know jack at all, period. First topic, we'll start off with projector mapping applications and hologram technology. And then we'll get in that rear projection technology, which clearly I haven't seen any demonstrations on your YouTube channel on that. And then let's dip into ambient rejection technology, your range gain versus my FLE technology that basically does show demonstrations of absorbing exact sunlight compared to your stuff that's non-existent. I got a better chance of finding Bigfoot before I actually find your stuff actually working. Matter of fact, there's a whole joke line behind that. I got a better chance of basically discovering that UFOs are actually true. I got a better chance of a gorilla crashing into my roof right now with a lottery ticket, a winning lottery ticket in all 50 states, and singing in Japanese. Oh man, there's so many better chances on better than basically finding that stuff at the end of the day. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The lies. I cannot wait to get him in the courtroom. I can't wait to get him in the courtroom and have him get on the stand. He can't do nothing. Once he basically puts his hand on that Bible, you lights out, buddy. You're going to have to sit there and tell the truth that this range gain exists. Range gain. I'm curious what other dumb nonsense he's going to come up with next. Because we've already seen the goopity-goo nonsense. And he claimed that if you paint the screen a fifth time, it gets slightly brighter. And then there's the range gain nonsense. What's next? Teleportation gain? Well, what it does is it teleports the gain to your screen. From the projector to your screen, it teleports. Teleport gain? We're going to come up with that one. All right, I see that one coming in the works. Well, how do I know it's there? It's already there, teleported. You sound like a guy from an info commercial. You do. You sound like one of them 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning info commercials, or some guy coming out there with the most ugliest Christmas sweater you've ever seen in your entire life, and some freaking space age pot. You're gonna sit there and go, just set it and forget it. Oh, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, really? I can't believe people bought that thing. A lot of people got food poisoning off it too, by the way. You know you have to cook your food, right? You can't just put food in a pot and just let it go. Talking about some freaking space age pot or steel, whatever, using the freaking NASA to generate heat. Oh man, that's what he reminds me of. Dude, look, I know this video's about PCs and stuff, but I gotta admit, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I can say one thing about him. Just give you something to laugh about. Problem more. Don't ever come on YouTube again and all that dumb nonsense again. Oh my god. That's not even possible. There's no way in the world. That's not even possible. There's no way in the world to do that. No way in the world possible to ever do that. Not even gonna happen. I swear. Just make stuff up as we go along. Oh Oh man, we can't even basically put that to work on here because we have to. This computer has all my freaking artwork on it. I want to make my switches. So what I make I got the kill switches coming in, and I got the kill switches coming in, and I want to attach them, but we need to build a panel for it. We can't build a panel for it until we get these switches for it. That's what we gotta wait for. Waiting for the panels. All right, I think I'm gonna ice the bottles and everything else. We're gonna wait a while first, cause man, that stuff is freaking strong as I don't know what. Can't be able to build some PCs with this stuff. And then they made it stronger. I don't know. I'm gonna tether this off my phone. Oh yeah, that nonsense. Freaking Amazon. Just set it and forget it. All right, we're gonna do the panel. No, we can do the panel. Got to get this machine up and going because it's got all my stuff on my files right from there. So I figured a way how we're going to design the panel. I can't find a panel anywhere to match the panel I need for the basically the trigger buttons. So we're going to have to build it. So it shouldn't be hard to do. Of course, it's going to be made out of cardboard, and we got to stiffen it. So if you've seen that sculpture we have on that thing is stiff because there's a ton of paint sitting on top of it. We're going to have to stiffen this surface to make it like a piece of structure, cut it, put all the holes into it, punch everything through, and then frost it. Of course, we're going to put some stickers on it like hazard, stuff like that, you know, freezing zone temperature, you know what I mean? Ooh. Can we make liquid? No, we can't make liquid nitrogen. Right? We can make liquid nitrogen. You're not supposed to make liquid nitrogen. That gets you in a lot of trouble. I don't feel like losing any fingers in the process by doing it. We can make something that looks like liquid nitrogen. That's a possibility. Oh yeah, that could be done too on top of that, and it would actually give off a kind of like a mist, but can't have anywhere near the PC parts because you would jack them up. Oh yeah, you definitely would jack up parts stuffing, right? You would have all kinds of problems with that. All right, so that's a no-go. That's a no-go. I gotta start working on my PlayStation over there. I ordered the hard drive already. It's coming in. 8 terabyte hard drive. Only cost me $50. Because again, mind you, it's a 2.5. It's going on a laptop. It's a basic hard drive. It's not solid state. So it's a lot cheaper. And then we got another case coming in because that's going to be done for the Flex. Because we can't put the Flex in here. There's no room. We need an actual PC case for the Flex. So yeah, we bought another case coming in. For another one coming in for that. I got enough room. I'll stick it over there. I guess I'll turn that into a server. Because we do need a server. I definitely need a server. Alright. We're going to turn this into a panel. I know it's kind of crazy. Like, wait, how are you going to turn it? Trust me. Trust me. You don't see it? I see it. I see a panel right there. That's why like people who build stuff at the end of the day, it's even this interior decorated, whatever, when you see it different, clothing, you see it different, you can't see it. It's beautiful. Like, you'll see a guy walk up to a rusted car, and everybody might see this junk, he sees it as art. It's beautiful. Because he got the skill level to turn that machine into something completely different. Come back and they're like, what in the world? You ever have a family member like that? You give them something old and they come back and turn it into something completely new, better than what it was before, and you go, wow, shit, never gave it to you. Yep. I saw this gun, this water gun. I can turn it into an antique ray gun. You make it look just like it. Put a paint job and make it like an antique ray gun. I'm looking at it right now. I think I'm going and buying it. I'm gonna go buy it right now. It's like $3. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I like it. I like the shape, design, and all. It's got a kind of like Kind of like a 1930s Flash Gordon kind of design to it. I love it. And then I'm gonna go pick it up. I'm gonna turn it into a little ray gun, like an antique ray gun. Put a nice paint job on it. Give it a kind of Fallout kind of feel to it. I'm getting the light coil system and it bounces back and forth on it. Yeah, I like it. Alright, so let me see what we gotta do here. I need scissors for one. At least that basically isn't as toxic as I thought it was, because man, it can be a number of things, man. Sometimes I gotta wear these things too, because if I basically don't wear these, I get serious freaking headaches from the lights. I get headaches from the monitors, trigger off. That's why I can't wait to finish my desk. But before we do the desk, we got to get the panel system set up over here, get that done. We got to get the screen here set up over here, get that done. I got a projector for that one that's going to hit here, which only cost me $50, which I'm happy about that. And I got a projector that's going to be up here on this side, so this is not on my desk, and I can hit that over there, which has to be lens shift, by the way. That's not lens shift. I'm taking that one on site with me. Whew, man. Yeah, that was a bit of a doozy. A doozy. Alright, so we got that. We got the silicone. We're going to have to definitely get the kind that based on the tube, because that gives you a better drip. And we're going to have to do all this silicone and put the glow in the dark on. Yeah, that's be done. And we can't build it anyway because we need the switch. We need the switch to put on here. Once we get the switch, you can draw where we want to put the switch at, line everything up in there. Alright, what am I doing next? Let me see. That's all done. I got a water bottle that fit in the container. That'll fit perfectly. But that one's too big. That one will fit perfectly. We need food dye. Honestly, we do need food dye. And we need some food gel, so we can get that, because we can't have liquids in there, man. No, we can't. We have to put the food gel in there. The food gel will actually turn to a solid state, and then we can basically super glue the top on, and we're good. I would not trust super gluing the top on and have liquid in there, bounce around in my case. No, not gonna work. Okay. Nope, that's not me. That's you. All right. Let me see. What we got to do here. First, let's put away our junk food. We didn't buy any chips. We got crackers, but they're basically no salt. But I can't have salt. Somebody consumed too much salt. You know what's funny? It's interesting. Like, no high blood pressure. My salt intake was normal. It's just that my body took in too much salt and affected my legs a little bit, made them swell a little bit. Lungs back down again. And I always wear compressed socks. I think I get compressed socks, so you wear them all the time. But anyway, yeah, my body was consuming too much salt. But basically, in the day, my salt level and everything was good. Sugar level, which I'm really surprised, because I eat a ton of freaking sugar. I eat a lot of sugar. And my sugar level is really, it's not low, it's just right there. It's tapered off. Heart levels are fantastic, and basically breathing is good. Which again, like I said, diagnosed me with lung disease, and I think I had some kind of disease. I do believe that because I went through the whole symptom, but I don't think I had what they said I had. Because if they had what I said they had, I still have it. Matter of fact, I'd be in a worse state than I am right now. A really bad worse state. But the problem is that, man, when you're dealing with doctors, the first one that makes that diagnose, that's it, man. It travels everywhere, man. And every doctor would just go by what that first doctor said at the end of the day. So, they claim I had this disease, and they say this, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I should be having some very serious symptoms by now, and nothing at all. I haven't used my inhalers, nothing at all. Got a funny feeling I got misdiagnosed, and that's what a lot of people are saying, I got misdiagnosed. If that's the case, well, go your way. Something ain't right here. I know my Lord healed me, I do know that. I know I had some lung disease, I definitely know I had that, because I felt it. I had a lung disease, I definitely felt that. But I don't think I had that one. Not at all. The symptoms on that one are far worse. I'm supposed to have freaking nerve damage, eye damage, liver damage, heart damage. It would have triggered all that off. That's how bad that disease was supposed to be. So that being the case, and people who had that particular disease went through that same symptom, I don't have any of them. I had the symptoms when it started as if a person basically gets mold poison, basic mold poison. That's what I have. So we got 8 doctors that are actually wrong. I want you specialists, high end, top of the line, lung doctor specialists, and every last one of them are wrong. Now that's what theory we come up with, because I'm interested in about that. Some of them I couldn't care less about taking their license. I really don't. But that first one, yeah, I definitely would take his, because he was a jerk all the way through. And it's funny because I was at the doctor's office when I went to the hospital. They checked my lungs, they checked everything, because it comes up in the report that I had this rare lung disease. And they're running all these tests. I'm like, what are you running these for? Because something came up about your lungs at all. I said, my lungs are fine. There's something wrong with them. They're good. And then the test came back and said, yeah, Mr. Bird, that's crazy. Your lungs are like perfect. They're good. So what the freak did they diagnose me with? Yeah, there you go. Because even the doctor was baffled when he came back. Like, if you had this at the end of the day, you'd be going through all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I would be going through all kinds of stuff. Yeah, definitely would be. So yeah, I'm gonna have a talk with this doctor. Go all the way down to Philadelphia. Go down to Penn. Go have a little talk with him. Bring my attorney along with me. I want your license. I couldn't care less about the money. I don't want the money. I want your license. I'd have hurt you the most. Because I went through all those years believing I had this nonsense. I never even had it. I think I had something else. I do believe that. But not what I had. Because I kept asking, you sure it can be several different versions of freaking lung disease? They picked the worst one you could possibly think of. And the one that basically can use me as a guinea pig by saying, oh, we don't know how to treat it, but how about you take this? There you go. You want to guinea pig me? Yeah, I got something for you, buddy. Now, my lawyer eventually, he's going to want to sue. Like I said, I believe I definitely got some kind of lung disease. I definitely know that. I felt it. But how I inhalers and all that stuff, yeah, I felt it. Not what they're claiming. If they claim that I had what I said I had, I'd be in a lot of trouble right now. I'd be in a wheelchair right now. Affects your nervous system and everything. And my vision. I've had a lot of problems seeing. There were a lot of problems. Yeah. The same doctor sat there and told me, he said, oh, you're never going to walk again. You're going to be on a cane for the rest of your life. Yeah, right. And that's why when they gave me that look, I just look at him like, yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. They go on my chart, they found out my white cells are too low. They've been telling me that for 15 years. Probably over than that. That my white cells are too low. 15 years. No problem. But yet, I got a bill of health. And they got to ask you the usual. Do you smoke? Do you drink? Do you do any drugs? No, 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 no. Do you take any other medications? No, because since the lung disease is going on, I don't take anything else. Have any heart problems? No. Kidney problems? No. No, 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 no. You get plenty of exercise, you're like, oh, never mind, scratch it off the list. Yeah, I show in the t-shirt, that's why. 56 years old, I say that. I was going to ask him my age, how old are you? 56. I'll tell you something interesting. You get, women think at the end of the day they go through some crap. Men go through it too. Yeah. We definitely go through it. I ain't trying to be rude here if you're basically a little overweight. I'm not being rude to you at all. It's just my life at the end of the day. But if your stomach is flat, men will give you nasty looks. Yeah. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. I've seen them do it. They give you nasty looks. You take care of yourself, you work out, they give you nasty looks. People work out, you know what I'm talking about. They give you nasty looks. And you're looking at them like, well, you know what? You could have taken an attitude toward them. They literally give you nasty looks. They're going to say nasty things behind your back, stuff like that, because you work out every day. And you gotta get nasty with them. They don't like that either, period. But yeah, they give you nasty looks. Yes, they do. Yep. They give you nasty looks if they walk in with their woman. They give you nasty looks. They know your woman looking at you. She gonna look. Same thing if you was walking with a beautiful woman. You know the male's gonna look, and she's gonna look too. But anyway, still, like I said, they give you nasty looks. They get mad at you. And I'm like, men are just as worse as women. They are. Especially if you got gray in your beard. I love my gray. I love my gray. Because I work out, got my body back, and I like my gray. I support my gray at the end of the day. I don't change that at the end of the day. I want them to know I'm old head at the end of the day, and I work out. But I get that crack too. I get guys that, at their age, 56, overweight. I'm saying all people 56 overweight, they don't. I'm 56, I don't get that way. Overweight. That's what most women expect a man at 56 to be look like. Overweight. I'm walking to a room, I got the gray beard and everything in there. I got muscles and shoulders and chest. And the thing about it is, when I see other men that are built bigger than me, I don't get all, no, I congratulate them. Nice. At the end of the day. I know they had to work hard to get it. I know they worked so hard to get it. I congratulate them. I ain't intimidated by that. Why do we intimidate about it at the end of the day? I'm not trying to be huge. That's not my fault at the end of the day. My job is to be fit and with a nice cut and a nice body, and that's what I did. I got myself to that point. I worked out to get it. Now I see guys that are bigger than me. I got friends of mine that are bodybuilders. They're big guys in the day. I'm not jealous by their accomplishment. I'm happy for them because that's what they wanted to do. That's their goal they want to reach. That's why they're big like that, because they basically had a goal and they accomplished it. So good for them. So when I see people that are bigger than me at the end of the day, hey, I give them a compliment at the end of the day. That is fantastic, man. At the end of the day, I'm watching you freaking lift. So I find that insane. I think that's awesome. Because they had to get up every morning. They had to go in there and stick to that routine, that diet they were on. They had to lift weights and lift weights and lift weights to get to that potential point that they want to get to in their life. But you get other people get jealous over that. If somebody's bigger than you, then get bigger than them. And they do. Work to get where he got to. I look at that. If I was trying to get to that goal to get that big, I look at that as basically as a role model for me. And then like, wow, that's freaking cool, man. I want to get like that too. Ask some questions and stuff like that. Like I saw the guy was 65 years old. He's 10 years older than me. I actually got 56 at the time, 55. He's 10 years older than me. And he was built, and I was like, wow, that's crazy, man. How old are you? I thought I was older than him. I was like 56. He's like, I'm 65. I was like, wow. That's my goal right there. Look like that when I'm 60. Maintain that when I turn 60. I want to look like that when I'm 60. 65. Walks his dogs every day, exercise, workout. Every day. So I saw that at the end of the day. I was basically impressed by that. But you get guys that are a little bigger, a little heavier sometimes, and sometimes they get a little upset. Give you dirty looks. At the end of the day, say nasty stuff behind your back. This is my personal favorite. I have no idea why they do this, but hit the gas and they're driving a nice car. They hit the gas and take off like that. What the heck is that all about? And I'm not saying at the end of the day that I'm all this. I'm not. I worked hard to get my body. I was 280 pounds at one point. Matter of fact, I was 240 pounds of muscle. And then I got sick. And then I got sick, basically, I lost. Gained all that weight back again. I'm not getting every all period, but I gained a lot of weight. And no way to lift weights and anything whatsoever because of my lungs. And I was blessed to get everything back all over again. So, I worked hard to get my body at the end of the day. When I get people get low attitudes, they get nasty low attitude. Guys get attitudes. You can have the same thing. You can work and do the same thing. There are people that are heavier than you that lose weight and get to that point. If they can do it, you can do it. I got much more respect for a person who's super heavy, obese, and goes in and works out every day. I have more respect for them than a person who's a little overweight, and refuses to go work out, makes a bunch of excuses at the end of the day. But that person can go in there and work out every day. And they want to get mad at other people because they worked out. You see, in relationships, that happens all the time. Sometimes that'll split a relationship too. They might be both heavy, want to work out, try to coach the other one. He or she doesn't want to do it. She ends up losing her weight. He ends up losing all his weight. They look fantastic. And now they feel like they're better than them. They feel like, oh, you think you're better than me because someone says, but you had the opportunity, you didn't take it. Or, even worse, and these are the ones I hate the most. Or, she's trying to lose weight, or he's trying to lose weight, and you're basically trying to pull them down, keep them depressed, keep them upset, whatever, so they can continue to stay in your freaking nightmare at the end of the day because you don't want to change. Those are the worst. I heard that one time, somebody told me this. I'm not going to say what race does it, but somebody told me this, that when you hook up, not all of them, but when you hook up, they deliberately try to make their men heavy so nobody will want them. I've heard that one before. Deliberately feed their men, keep them nice and heavy, don't let them work out all that much. So basically, so nobody will want them. Yep. When I was lifting weights, around roughly, I say, late 20s, I was getting lifting weights every day, getting to the rhythm, lifting weights. I had a little bit cut to move. I wasn't like, boom, 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 man. I wasn't big right there. I was really just so small. But I was lifting. I was getting to the habit of lifting all the time. So I met this female at the end of the day, and I'll never forget, she's the one that told me the story, and I'm sitting at the table. She could cook her behind off me, literally cook her behind. The first day, I think I came over, I do remember, I had a club sandwich. I mean, everything on it, freaking big pickle on the side, potato chips, big glass of root beer, because I'm a big fan of root beer, and this woman would feed me 3 and 4 times a day. There's always food in front of me, always food in front of me. So I'm sitting eating this food, and she can't realize how I'm losing weight. At that particular time, my metabolism system is still kicking, so I was still losing weight. And mind you, I'm athletic. So basically, I was still doing hockey. I was studying a little bit in the arts. I wasn't really deeply into it, but I was still doing a little training. And I lived every day. My metabolism kills everything. It was killing everything. So she kept feeding me. I couldn't figure out why I wasn't getting bigger in a while. And after a year went by, she was just baffled. Like, she was asking me questions like, do I smoke, you know what I mean? Or do I do any drugs or anything that would cause me not to have any weight gain. Something at the end of the day had to be it. I'm like, no, what are you talking about? Because the minute she gives me something, I go home and I work out. Because I'm getting used to basically working all the time. So I'm burning everything off. And mind you, I walk back and forth. So she was about 9 blocks from where I was at. So I would walk back and forth all the time because I like to walk. I like the scenery. I walk through Temple University, and, you know, it's a nice area. So I'm constantly burning off weight. So, yeah, she couldn't figure it out. And then basically she told me, like, later on, she got mad. She said, you know what? I'm sick of this. Like, I don't even know why you don't gain weight. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what the frick are you so obsessed with me gaining weight for? And she was like, you know, it's a thing that, I'm not going to say what race it is, but it's a thing that, bottom line is that some women feel that to keep their men at home, keep from wandering off with another woman, or maybe a woman might be interested in them, we deliberately get you heavy. Yeah. It happened in 2 relationships like that. The other one used to get mad because I got doggy bags. Hate it when I got doggy bags. Because I don't eat for the sake of eating. I eat when I'm full. When I'm full, I'm done. That's it. I train myself to be that way. Don't eat meat, because then you bring in an extra weight, expanding your stomach. I eat when I'm full. When I'm full, I don't need nothing else. I move on. That's it. I'm done. So I order food, and I just get a doggy bag every time. She would get mad because she ate all her food, and she would look at me like, "Oh, why would you get a doggy bag? A real man don't get a doggy bag." I said, "Yeah, a real man gets a doggy bag. I need to eat all this. At the end of the day, why don't I put all stuff all this in my? I'm already full. I didn't add no more to this." She didn't like that. That ticked her off. And then the fact that when I get done eating at a restaurant, I go for a walk. I like to go for a nice walk. I like to burn off whatever I eat. She didn't like that either. I was like, well, this is not going to work. I got to go. Again, I'm not going to sit there and get heavy because somebody wants me to be heavy at the end of the day. No, but you do know that gluttony is a sin, right? It's a sin. It's in the Bible. And gluttony comes with a price. Very, very costly price. Anytime something in the Bible is considered to be a sin, it always comes with a very, very dangerous price. So, yeah. If you eat and you're done, you're full. You're not even hungry anymore. If you're eating for the sake of just eating, it's called gluttony. It's a sin. It comes with a price. Greed also too is also considered to be a sin. It's in the Bible. It's one of the 10 deadliest sins. Greed is another one. Envy, jealousy. Thou shalt not kill. All those are deadly sins. Yeah. Eating. They had me on that medication. Medication made me eat like crazy, man. Don't touch that stuff anymore. Wait for my sheep to dry over there. Yes, it's in. Comes with a price. The obesity and all that stuff, yeah. Eating, when you eat, to get big like that. Some people do it because they're depressed, and I can understand it's the parts of it where people have gone through bad stuff in life, and that's the only way out. I wish somebody would have been there for them to help them get through it. If they were going through depression or something, somebody might have been there to avoid them, keep them away from the food, maybe put them towards something else, like maybe an art or something like that. Which is not a bad idea, to tell you the truth. If people are trying to lose weight, to find another outlet besides food. That'd be nice for rehabilitation. But I told you before, I had 2 friends of mine died from overeating. They were too big. They passed away. Let me see. Yeah, 2 died. 3 died. No, 3. There's 3 that passed away. One actually shook his hand. Shook his hand before he died. Yep. He was a big guy. Really big guy. I'd say roughly maybe a little over 400 pounds, maybe. Yep. It's crazy how the woman he married, she was overweight too. She was really big too. She was my buddy's mother. She was real big. But it's crazy how they were together for 8 years and decided to get married. 8 years. Mind you, you had 8 years to get that together, man. But they didn't. They continued to eat. And the day he got married, next day he didn't wake up. I had 2 people happen that way. My buddy, his wife, did the same thing. She didn't wake up. And I met them when they were thin. Very thin. And they didn't go through depression or nothing like that whatsoever. I mean, they didn't go through like a abuse or anything like that, you know what I mean, they went through. Because some people were abused and they had to go through all that and they gained weight and stuff like that because that's the only way outlet they had at the end of the day. Shame they didn't have anybody out there to help them get through the process they were getting. They should have had somebody there to help them. Other than that, they use food as an outlet, which is bad. But anyway, now they just ate because they were just eating for the sake of just eating. And they got big. And turn around, I mean, you just see the things that are happening to them. You watch it evolve. Like she lost an eye, she lost her foot. You know what I mean? Because of the diabetes and everything that was setting in and stuff that was happening, and they continue to eat and continue to eat and continue to eat. And you're just watching these people slowly self-destruct. I mean, it's crazy watching it happen. And I remember we walked down 6 stairs, and you can literally hear them breathing behind me like pit bulls without water. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, it's 6 stairs. And then I remember the first time I seen him having problems. We went down to South Street. South Street's not that far. It's like probably about 5 blocks when you hit South, 5th and South. Not that. It's a short walk, you know. Couldn't make it 1 block. Couldn't do it. He had to go back to the vehicle and sit down. Couldn't make it. And remember, this guy, I mean, you don't know this, but this guy was in shape when I met him. Yep. So there we go right there. Long story short, his wife didn't make it. And he lost all his weight. After she died, most people were pretty much going the opposite direction. No, he fought the depression. He basically refused to go out that way, and he lost his weight. But he don't have her. And they've been together since kindergarten. So it's gotta be extremely painful. Yep. So yeah. The thing about it is, man, is when you're heavy. I mean, I knew I was sick anyway. When I got heavy, I knew I was sick. I was sick already. But when you're heavy and you're continuing to eat like that, it may feel okay on the outside, but on the inside, you don't know what's going on in there. You don't know. Body's a crazy thing. 1 minute you can be fine, and the next minute you're gone, just like that. All day long you can be fine, poof, gone just like that. Your body will shut down on you. It happened to a couple friends. One friend of mine was basically man that made some money, was very wealthy, and he went out shopping. Got up in that morning, everything felt fine. Went out shopping, the whole 9 yards. His family members were telling him he was in a good mood and everything. That man dropped dead and died in his doorway. No way to call 911, nothing. He was dead before he hit the floor. Just like that. He smoked a lot. I mean, a lot. He was a big cigar smoker and cigarettes and heavy drinker and stuff like that, like the party and stuff and all that. But yep, died right in that doorway. That's crazy. I was going to say, you can be feeling perfectly fine all day long, and the body just shuts down. You're just gone. Now, if this freaks you out and scares you at the end of the day, this is the reason why that there are things you shouldn't be doing. I mean, I understand I got people in my family that smoke, and I tell them, please don't smoke, you know what I mean? Because you're just shortening your lifespan with that stuff. Don't vape, that's even worse. Vaping. Drinking's okay as long as you don't drink until you freaking pass out, because you're not supposed to do that. In the Bible, you can drink. They had wine back then, they drank. But you're not supposed to drink. They didn't want to be a drunkard. That's what drunkards are. First, people who drink and become silly and foolish commit sin. That's what it says in the Bible. Don't drink, to commit sin. You can have a glass of wine and just chill, but nothing like people get drunk and carry on and act up and get behind a wheel of a car, kill you and kill somebody else. Imagine that. Finding out that you were free before you got that glass of beer or whatever. You got drunk, got into a car, and you wake up out of detox in a cell. They say, hey, you murdered 2 people. Imagine that. Your life is over. Yeah, that's why you don't get in that situation. No, worth it to get in that situation. But yeah, your body, you don't know what's going on in your body. I mean, I found out today, I haven't been to the hospital, I haven't been to the doctors in 4 years, so I found out today how my body's working. It is actually doing quite amazing. I'm 56, I'm so happy. It's doing quite amazing. I looked at the monitor and I was like, oh shoot, like my freaking heart rate's at like 65. Freaking good. I mean, super good at 65. Then again, I do a lot of walking, I do a lot of lifting, a lot of exercise 7 days a week, twice a day, 7 days a week. Yeah. I am happy. 56 years old and I got freaking amazing bill of health. Nothing. It felt good to sit and the doctors asked me questions about stuff like, I got that, I got this, I got that. Nope. That is always felt amazing. I can tell you right now, I'm not trying to be rude, but that other one, if you go to the doctor, the first thing he's going to say is you got to lose weight. He's going to say it right from the door. Got to lose weight. I'll take you to a dietitian. I'm going to tell you what you can have and what you can't have. It advises you do a lot of exercising. That's why I went to 280. Went to a dietitian. And I get the other thing with the women at the end of the day, they get a little mad at me. They go, "Oh, so you want women that are..." No, I date women that are thick, but at the end of the day, they work out. Definitely work out. I got a friend of mine. She benches 350. She's a thick girl. She's big. She's big bone, but she's toned. She lifts. Like, when I try this, like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna watch you lift. I ever have a ball with some of her buddies. Her buddies are big guys. I bet you if I put a post on your back, I bet you $50. I can't grab it off your back. I'm like, I bet you I can. I bet you can. So a post on his back. Watch this jerk act like a turtle on his back. They're all laughing at him. He's laughing too, on the ball with it. You gotta pay up. I said, how do you scratch your back? I mean, I guess you gotta rub it against something. If you're inside the house, but if I'm outside and wearing a shirt, I'm gonna be rubbing my back against something, I'm gonna mess my shirt up. That's interesting. Alright, waiting for our surface to dry over there. And right now, I'm feeling pretty good now. Oh man. It reminded me of the bathroom incident. You know my buddy Howard in the bathroom? Not what you think at the end of the day, but you might not have got it. We had to use that caulking, that caulking right there, for basically caulking up the bathroom. It was a small bathroom, and we had the door shut with the windows closed. Don't even ask why. Bad idea altogether. It was high as a kite in there. I didn't realize I was that high. And his sister's works, she's a paramedic. She could smell the fumes outside the bathroom. Like, anybody in there? I said, yeah. It's me and my buddy in here. Me and my buddy, my best buddy in the whole wide world. My best buddy. He's laughing, carrying on the back. Oh my goodness. You guys are high. Go downstairs and get some air. I said, we're good. When do we get the escalator? Yeah, I was messed up. Got outside, I was like, oh shoot. I had a bomb in the head after that. Yeah. I gotta call him about that. Do you remember the bathroom incident? The freaking caulking gun? He was in the bathroom crying, laughing. Yeah, headache. Serious headache after that. Oh, look at my Frosties over there. Look at excellent. My refrigerator's on. It's so cool. I can't wait. I can't wait to get my refrigerator done. It looks so cool. It looks so frosty in there. So frosty. I would say don't even bother lifting anything. If you're basically trying to lose weight, hit the treadmill. Treadmill, stairmaster, so let's overeat weight. Eat your quick. If you don't want to go to the gym, damn me jerks at the gym. Just have a treadmill at home. You have to money for a treadmill, staircase. Or, 7-4, you can walk around your block, or even halfway around your block. That make a difference. Once you start. And basically, go see a dietitian. You know what I mean? I would go see a dietitian. That's what I did. And he'll tell you what you can have and stuff like that. Because you don't want to be going on these crazy diets at the end of the day. Mess around and hurt yourself. Or talk to somebody. A couple of my friends lose their baby fat. Which again, women at the end of the day, wow, y'all got that at the end of the day. Well, man, that baby fat is really hard to lose. It is. Women got to fight twice harder than a man do to actually lose weight at the end of the day. It's really hard to do. If you got kids, that stuff is hard to lose. I had a niece in the military. She got 3 kids. This time you could bounce a quarter off that baby. And got the child and get back in shape and get back in. I'm like, how the frick that? 3 kids and lose baby fat. And I told her, work it out and get back in. All right. My snuggle ball there. Get this frosted nicely. We're gonna go with the cardboard. The cardboard is the best choice for making the frosty. Oh shoot, wrong with the top. The cardboard is the best. The top. Where is the top at? Oh yeah, cardboard is the best for making the best frosty. Boy, this thing smells so good. I put some of that apple freaking. I forgot what it's called. Fabulous. Or whatever it's called. Fabulous. Whatever it's called. Man, that apple is banging. Banging. It smells so good. I'm gonna frost this up. I gotta start drinking more water too. That's another thing too. Not more water. Where can I get a frozen pizza from? I want a fake frozen pizza. My freezing area is big enough for me to put all kinds of cool stuff down there now. And I gotta pick and choose. I do want a frozen slice of pizza in there. I do. That's all pretty cool. Oh, someone's cooking, so I can't wait. Let's go wait. And our kill switches come today. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Gotta check something. Okay, see if Amazon got my stuff. Alright, it's not here yet. Most of my kill switches. Alright, might put it there because we gotta frost that in there. What? Let me see. I get a larger than that. Give me a piece of cardboard. Yeah, so that Sub-Zero PC, all that was done with a piece of cardboard and some of that toxic. It's not toxic, but it just basically makes me a little lighter a little bit. Mind you, my nose is really, really sensitive to basically different stuff at the end of the day due to the fact that, the whole lung issue nonsense that went on. It's like, use your eyesight, your hearing gets better. That's how that works. Which that happens to me. Where the frig is a good coughing gun at? Coughing. Post. I think it's Post by Kellogg's, right? I think it is. Oldest joke in the world. Great nuts. No grapes, no nuts. What's the deal? But it's embarrassing to ask for that cereal. Hey, can I get a box of Great Nuts? There you go. I think it's a joke at the end of the day. I think they named it on purpose that way just to embarrass you when you go to the store to buy it. Well, think about it. There's no grapes in it. There's no nuts. How do you call it Great Nuts? And think of how the name goes together. And not to be dirty and all, Great Nuts. I hate asking for that cereal, and I like Great Nuts. Forget it. Just forget it. Moving on. It's no way to say it. It's kind of like they knew what they were doing. They said, you know what, we're going to make this cereal called Great Nuts. Great Nuts. But it's going to sound like the other thing. But here's the kicker. There's no grapes in it, no nuts in it. So it'd be funny just to watch somebody ask for it. I guarantee it. It's a joke cereal. I guarantee you. All right, where the heck did my whatchamacallit go to? Oh, over here. This is where I went to. I'm gonna find something. They got like a non-odor version of this stuff. Snapple. So we can't ice the whole thing because we still gotta get the liquid in there, and we gotta put the food gel in there to make it kind of jello-y. So we make it kind of hard. All right, so here we are. We'll put it in our load in our cork one. Gotta get back to my Dying Light. I'm loving that game so much. It's so much fun. I love the game. I think I got a thing now for zombie survival games now. And I'm gonna put it around the top. We'll make it gonna think. Make up on a fruit tail. There we go. When it's gonna thick. With that bottle too. This is a spread off. That's why we put it this way. Spread off. We got this freaking Takaku named Buster, man. This guy sings all day long. You know how long birds live for? Some of them live 80 years. A bird will outlive you. Outlive you. 80 years. Average human doesn't even live 80 years. He's lucky if he makes it to 80 years. That bird will outlive you. And mind you, you would have had to get that bird basically when you were first born. So, yeah, if you got it when you were in your 30s, if you got it in your 20s, it's got time already up on you already. Just so you know that already. Yep. I remember one time there was this woman they're talking about the birds, the cockatoos, and the woman was like, how long they live for. I said, what's it like having one? And dude said, imagine having a 3-year-old that lives for 80 years. Imagine that. Because there are all kinds of myth stuff and stuff like that. They're cool. A friend of mine had one. He had this Takaku. He had toucan. He had a toucan. It's a toucan. It's huge. Do you have any idea how much a toucan costs? They're not exactly cheap. It's a $15,000 bird. $15,000. And the cage, it looks like the size of a refrigerator. They're huge. It's a black one. So anyway, I kept hearing this squawking noise. Every time I would go by, I hear this squawk. Sound like a baby crying and a power drill going off at the same time. And I'm like, what in the world is that? And I got an interesting squall. But anyway, sorry about that. I'm trying to do this with you guys and sit more often. So anyway, I'm hearing this huge. Every time I skate back to go play hockey, go up to downtown, I hear that squawk go off. I'm like, what is that noise? So one day, I get a chance to meet this guy. And this giant black toucan. And there it is in the cage. Now first, he went upstairs because I guess he trusted me, and he did trust me because I wasn't taking it in his house anyway. And as I see this cage, I walk over to it, and I figured this has got to be it. This is what's got to be making all this noise. Man, I was going to stick my finger in there, and he basically said, what you doing? Don't do that. Yeah, so the reason why is because he put those big hard peanuts and he went crush just like that. He would have took my finger clean off. Yep, he just chopped it off with my fingers. Yes, sir. We want everything in this refrigerator to look frozen. Frozen, that's what we want to look. Frozen. Not basically like an ice, like a freeze. This is a freezer system, not refrigeration. Should put down freezer, right? Freezer would have been more, but we don't want that. We want frozen. That's what we're going for, people. You must feel the artwork. You must become one with the artwork. I would love to be an art teacher. Do not feel it. Do not feel the artwork. We can't do the cap yet because remember we have to go in. We have to basically go in and just I forgot to get foil. We have to go in and basically finish putting the liquid in there. Okay. Little ice frost of it. You must become one with it. Alright. Let's stand up here because sitting down is not working. I say give a little ice for point to a little frozy. Stings the nose, man. Nice. All right, over here. Sorry if I keep moving away. Trying to get a little padded job on it, but ice it up nicely. Someone to hold you. Somebody once said that I sing because I'm nervous. Yep. Nope, not indeed. I sing because I'm happy. That's why I am. I'm happy. That's why I sing. Because they thought that I had something to hide. And therefore, that's why I sing, because I'm nervous. Be careful. I may launch something your way. It may not work anymore. I engineer technology to take out other technology. So, careful. So that's why big companies, you know what I mean? Speak of me. I'll launch something in your direction. Your product won't sell no more. They go, no. No! No! Yes! 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 Yes. Frosty! Frosty, Frosty! With that frosty coating. Oh, it's so frosty. It's so frosty. So this is pretty easy to do it. Cardboard, and that's it. You keep tapping it, get that nice frost to it, make it look real nice. That's how you do it. Easy, easy. Doing mods for your PC, designing your own stuff today, super easy to do. Very easy to look at. Nice little ice frost on it. Easy to do. Just gotta use the imagination. That's all you gotta do. Use the imagination. God gave you an imagination. An incredible one at that. Yeah. Just gotta use what he gave you. You'd be surprised what you can do. That's why I said, come on, try something new. Do the birdhouse. Try something new. Mess with some popsicle sticks. You never know. You probably got something down in you that you don't even know about. Take the time to find out. Everybody is born with a blessing. Everybody. Everybody has something about them that, again, that you don't even know. Gotta find out. Maybe you already do know, and you're afraid to explore it. You have to understand, Adam and Eve were extremely intelligent. You have that capability. You do. You have something that other people can't do. You see artistic kids draw the most amazing paintings. Unfreaking believable. Just gifted beyond belief. And that's why at the end of the day, you have that blessing. You do. You just have to figure out what it is. Or the Lord will tell you what it is. He'll show you what it is. And you'd be surprised. I have met many people that basically have amazing artists and basically doubt their blessings. Or sit there and say, oh, it's no good, it's not good enough, it's not that today. God gave it to you, it is good enough. You never ever basically explore that part of it. You never know exactly where it could take them. One of my brothers is an excellent musician. Never went to school for it, ever. Plays by ear, he writes his own music. He's gifted. Did he use it? No, he didn't. He went and got a degree, doctorate degree, and graduated, got masters and all that stuff, went to school and got these high diplomas and degrees and stuff. And he makes tons of money. He makes very good money. But he lives with the what if. That's the worst thing ever. The what if is the worst thing to live with. No matter how much money you got, the what if basically overpowers it all. What if I did take that opportunity and decided to take a chance? What would I become? Right, he went for the solid, 100% sure he's going to definitely get his money and all that in the day. He went with that. But still, this with the what if. And I'm not talking about basically gifted with one instrument, 8 instruments. 8 of them. Good with the horns, good with the strings, good with the drums. Never ever went to school for it. I always thought when he went to school for it, he used to come and he had his big piano, and he coming through the front door. We had this big opening area before you got to the vestibule area. It's like a big open vestibule area. Mine was the only house she had in Delaware. We had a piano there. And he'd come in from work and he played the Charlie Brown. And he jazzed it up his way, how he wanted to play it. It was really good. I thought he went to school for it. I literally thought he went to school for it. I thought my mom paid for classes for him to go to play piano. Found out later on, mother never did. None of its classes. He was in the band, he played trumpet. Played trombone. Played bass guitar. He never went to school for any of it. He played guitar, he had bass guitar. Good, extremely good. Very good. Enough to play behind for a band, or basically if he could sing, because he can't sing for jack. He didn't get that one. But basically he can play them instruments with no problem. And everybody thought that he went to school for it. Nope, he writes music. He listens to it one time and he can play it. Now you can write your own notes and your own music, yeah, he's heavily gifted. But he didn't use it. Now he still plays his music for himself and stuff, you know what I mean? And he does play for the church and stuff like that. But man, just imagine if he basically took a chance on what would have happened. Yeah. He done something big with it. But at least he didn't lose it. Because sometimes if you don't basically use your blessing, you'll lose your blessing. You'll be given to somebody else. Well, that's enough of that. I don't use any more of that stuff for a while. Nah, we're not gonna use that silicone. It's strong, man. It's really strong. I don't know. I used to use it when I was younger, but nah, I'm not younger anymore. So we gotta find another solution. Yeah, it should be hard to do. Ooh, man. So I have to figure out another way to do it. Yeah, I like this kind of stuff that pops up. It gives my brain a chance to think on another level, so I figured another option. Yeah. Yeah. Those pieces right there, man, gee whiz, that stuff is really strong. So I think basically I gotta do that whole case with it. No, we gotta do something else instead. That would work. That'd be more easy to do. On top of it, it'd be much cheaper too. So I think I might go with, let me see, maybe use the color, that coating, a different color. Oh, that would be interesting. That would look really nice. That would look really nice. That'd give it a really cool effect on top of that. All right, we're gonna do something interesting. We're going to use this for the outside of the PC, which is actually non-toxic again. This is like a bit of a like a white caulking, which is perfect. And we're going to use a mixture of glitter and basically glow in the dark paints. That's going to be perfect. It's going to give a nice little sparkle to it. Like it's actually that basically like it's like a sickle, but on top of that, it's going to have that glow into it with it all too on top of that. That's going to be a nice effect right there. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. All right, cool. So how fast God will come in and fix it? No, we can't use that. Papa, where you at? Wait, come on. Watch over here. Come on. You don't listen. You gotta listen. Come in that direction. Behave. Come on. I've got time for this. Come on. You don't listen. You're already it. Come on. You're right to toe. What you do? Come on. Let's show up because you're on camera. Come on. Inside. Thank you. I appreciate it. Don't be a jerk. Sheesh. Class clown. 800 every day. That's why none of my stuff is. And I put that stuff right back into the case. I did that. Yeah. And I think they make a non-toxic version. That'd be nice. They would go near that one. Sheesh. Hallway's got really crazy central air out there, so I got the door open so the hallway air can push through here. Man, yeah, that stuff right there, man. Can't believe I built with that stuff back then. Gee whiz. I'm thinking, like, how bad can it be? Apparently it was bad. But yeah. Once it dries, you don't even smell it. But yeah, man, we're not doing that again. No. That's why I put it inside that package right there. It's staying in there. So I'm gonna order that right now. Get the we're gonna do that mixture of glitter and the glow in the dark paints with the activator powder. We definitely have the activator powder. Without that, that stuff don't kick. Glasses back on. The breathing's fantastic. I'm good on that. Yeah, you got some people in there wishing the worst. Remember, God knows you and hears you. I don't get that. When people sit there and wish the worst on people, oh, God can see you, right? Yeah, he can see you. He can see you crystal clear. He can see you. So much for trying to hide something that's in the dark. You can see that, but you know I can see you, right? Imagine God talk to man. You got there doing something like, hey, hello, you know I can see you, right? Where did it go to? Oh, right there. Oh, now I see why he will open up the doors. The air out there is freaking crazy. And here it accumulates a little hot in here because we have no windows and the projectors accumulate heat. But pretty much now I see why they have the door opened. The doors opened. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, usually when my door's open and people will pop by and come in and see what I'm working on. But everybody's at lunch right now, so that's why I gotta open. Usually when I'm working on something, I don't like to be bothered, so my door stays shut. No one comes in and bothers me. Let me go back to work. Alright, so what's we're gonna be doing from there? Yeah. So we came off topic about that whole philosophy thing, but I just find it really, really funny. I just do. I don't know. I came up in a different time. He's older than me. I don't know what I'm talking about. He's older than I am. And if he's not older than me at the end of the day, then that's also disturbing because, again, he didn't age too well. I'm not being rude. He looks really old. I had no idea he was that old. I thought maybe, because I've seen the containers and the cans, right, copying his face off of it. And he really doesn't show himself a lot on camera. So basically, he always has his hat pushed all the way down. I don't see him. So I'm thinking that maybe he's roughly around their age at the most, because he's probably 50 by now, but probably like in their early 50s in that area. But nope. No. When I saw that picture, I was like, juice. Yeah. Dude, you too old to be acting that way, man. You're too old to be carrying on with those kind of shenanigans at the end of the day. You're way too old for that, man. You probably got grandkids, man. You're way too old for that. You should know better than that. Engage in that kind of dumb nonsense. And for you to sit there and say, well, no, I'm the one suing y'all at the end of the day. I'm not engaging you. I'm suing you for what you did. I'm taking you to court for it. That's a whole different category right there. You got caught up in some dumb adolescent, teenager, dumb nonsense, and you're too old for that. They're too old for that, but you're especially too old for it. I'm not saying they're just spring chickens at the end of the day. They're too old to be doing that, but he's especially too old to be doing that. You should know better than that. You really want a lawsuit at the end of the day? How much you lose? Dude, you're going to have to back up in a court of law that was my paint sitting up there. That's a fresh video. You did that this year. I got 4 years to prosecute you. I got plenty of time to come after you. I got you on tape. talking about basically that being my product at the end of the day. It's some dumb nonsense. You constantly mentioning my name, walking in the background, making false accusations about my business, telling me canceled out on you, and then turn around and try to use that as a way of us being scared with scammers. Or I backed it up. He canceled, so he knows the stuff is fake. Yeah, I'm suing the daylights out of you for that mess. Yeah, you're gonna get you're in a lot of trouble. You're too old to be in that kind of trouble. The judge is going to tell you the same thing. I look at you like, how old are you? All of them are going to get the same thing. He's going to get the worst. He's older than all of them. How old are you? Why are you getting involved in this dumb nonsense at the end of the day? You're too old for that. I don't know what the freak. Where are you going to find out now? Everything you worked hard for, down to everything you worked hard for, everything you sacrificed and pinched for, you're going to lose it just like that. Or some dumb nonsense, because he want to get on camera, and he basically want to act like he's going to boss somebody around, or whatever the heck he thought he was going to do. I don't know. Should have did more research on me. You would have found out what I was about. I bet you wish you would have did it now, right? Yeah. Damn it, you wish you would have done some research on Mr. Bird to the run of your mouth at the end of the day. That was a fake and a phony, didn't you? That was some kind of scam artist, and I couldn't back my stuff up. I back myself up so well, you'll give me back my money. Even remove entire state because of me. That shows you how well I can back my stuff up. That's why I say you gotta be careful about things you say out of your mouth. Everything you say out of your mouth will happen to you. Ran around his backyard, made false statements about me, and literally things that he said just happened to him. Yeah, except for even worse, because that's how it works. Far worse. Whatever you say comes back on you far worse. Yeah. Other one talked about his nonsense about taking everything I had and me end up homeless and sending me to jail. And guess what's happening to him now? He's going to go to jail. Copyright infringement. So that's one of the ones he's being hit with. He's going to get sued on top of that. They're going to basically hit him with fines and fees for touching the government copyright. So they're going to hit him. So now he's going to lose everything and end up in jail. See? Careful what you say from your mouth. You curse yourself. Man. Yeah, next time I definitely gotta use the other one. But yeah. On top of that, call me a scammer, call God a scammer too. And you can sit there and go, oh no, I never called. Yes, you did. Yes, you did call God a scammer. I sat there and told you that my technology came from God. Now, if I'm lying about that and that's not true, I should have a heavy failure rate. And I don't. You guys have the failure rate. Alright then, it tells you right there. If everything I have is fake and phony, why do we have the cancellations? They shouldn't even be there. The cancellations because you guys can back yourself up. Why would you not send it to us? You can't handle the testing, or you're scared of our products. There's something there getting this thing sent them through. Yeah. All I know is at the end of the day, it just comes down to one thing. It ain't about the cancellations, gentlemen. You committed crimes against my company, and I'll follow through on it. See you in court. I can't wait for that day to come up. Really can't. I don't care about the money so much, but I'm still going to sue them for that, for a lot of money. But what I'm curious about, I want to hear what they say on the stand. That's what I want to hear. I want to know why they went after my company, why they attacked my company, why they went after my company. Proof and evidence. We want all that. I want all evidence and all proof that you have, that you claim you have from the day. If you don't have this, and I'll give you a month to gather it up before we come get you. If you don't have this, again, lights out. Somebody better bring me a permission slip telling me I gave them permission to use my copyrights. You ain't got that permission slip. You ain't got nothing there saying. You better not forge anything either. You ain't got that permission slip, because that's what we're going to request from you. You ain't got it, lights out, going to jail. That's why he don't understand. He doesn't understand that, buddy, you're not going to jail for no year. You're not going to get 2 years out of it. You're not going to get 3 years out of it. You'd be lucky if you get 50 years. You got 2 accounts of copyrights. I'm not talking about hitting my copyrights one time. Over 50 times you touched the copyrights. You're never going home. He's going to spend the rest of his life in a prison system. That's where he's going to be at. He ain't going home. This is the part that Jamie doesn't understand. You got to listen to me, man. The government's involved in that. Who do you think came after you? CCB. That's the government. That's who basically issued for the process server to come get you. That's United States government. You committed a federal crime. This is how serious it is. I don't think he gets it at the end of the day. There's two sides of this story. We come get you because I have to sue you anyway, and I have to file this charge against you. And the government comes after you too. Because once this pops up on the radar, what you did, they come after you. They're the ones who give you the jail time. We don't give you jail time. They do. And then they hit you with additional fines and penalties for touching them along with their lawsuits. So you're going to pay them. You're going to pay us, and they're going to send you to jail. And copyright is very, very serious. And this guy touched copyrights that were registered with the United States government. 2 of them at that. So not only does the judge want to see that you have no respect for my product, I can't wait for them to see the basic stuff you did to my copyrights, like writing your name on it and saying, putting scammer across it and post it on your website. You guys won't get paid by Wix, but anyway. But not only are you going to hit with one, you got to hit with 2 of them. You're going to hit with 2 by both of my companies. And they're going to look at that and go, oh, so you haven't learned, have you? Oh, you're going to write whatever you want on his copyright? They're going to go at him on it. He's going to get hit hard. So if I were him right now, if he's scared to death right now, he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison. There's no way in the world he's going to get probation. No lawyer on the face of the planet will ever tell you you're going to get probation. I'm going to tell you that right now, Mr. Fernando. We're going to break off on this a little bit, just talk about you just for a minute. You're not getting no probation. You're not going home. You're going to spend the rest of your life behind bars. Your life is over. That's it. So you can understand that. You hit 2 of my copyrights. And not just one time, because most people hit it one time. And they got to get a lawyer for that. Just for touching it one time, they have to get a lawyer for that. To try to see if they can work it out maybe with the person, and maybe they'll give them a break, or see how badly this thing's going to get them in court. And then it comes down to how many times. Now, the average person hits a copyright. Chances are, if they knew and they dubbed it, made music out of it, whatever, they're going to jail for a long time. The other half basically hits the copyright by accident, doesn't know by accident. He doesn't know. And he's looking at maybe, roughly, maybe, very rare, he's going to get a slap on the wrist. Very rare. Extremely rare. He might have to pay something, do some community service or something, but he's going to pay some money. He's going to pay a lot of money out. Because whatever they want, they're going to get because he touched it. You, on the other hand, it's a little different. You knew exactly what you were doing. You maliciously went after the copyrights. You were told multiple times to stay away from it. A law firm had to contact you and tell you to stay away from it, and you still kept touching them. And then you went and touched the other one we came out with, Black Series Edition. You tampered with those too. And we found multiple pictures of you writing and your name on them and sending text messages. Oops, I did it again and stuff like that. So you're never coming home. You're going to live in that prison to the remaining of your life. You think I'm joking? Watch what happens in court. That's why I told you. That's the reason why we asked them to have attorney contact us. We don't have to contact you, Mr. Fernando. There's nothing to talk about. I'll see you in court. That's it. You're the one who needs to get an attorney to come after and talk to me. I'm the one suing you. So you need an attorney to contact me. And the reason why you can't get an attorney to contact me, because I guarantee you they looked up my copyrights and they found out they're real. That's the first thing they're going to do. Look up my copyrights. When they find out that both of them are legit, they're going to call you and have a little conversation with you and say, these copyrights are real. You got to be honest with me before we go to court. How many times did you touch them? Is it one time? It's one time we can work this out. Maybe we can work out something with them. Maybe we can work out something with them. Was it 2? More than 3? See, I'm going to look at you at the end of the day. You're looking at jail time here. You're looking at basically massive lawsuits. They're going to come after you on this. And he's going to find out you hit that copyright over 50 times. At that, you were basically contacted by a lawyer to stay away from him. And you proceeded forward to messing with him. So you know what he's going to tell you, Mr. Fernando? He's going to tell you, I can't take your case. You can't win that case. You need to contact Mr. Bird and have a conversation with him and get him to do whatever you got to do, get him to do something. He's going to tell you from the door, you're going to jail. I bet you. If that wasn't true, right now what I'm saying out of my mouth can be considered to be harassment. So he can literally get a lawyer and say, hey, look, he's talking about some stuff on he's going to do to me. He says I'm going to jail. He says something about his copyrights. If my copyrights weren't real, none of this, I couldn't do anything, he can literally get a lawyer and basically send me a cease and desist order that I can't say or talk about this anymore. Or he can basically file a lawsuit against me for basically slander him or defamation or whatever. At the end of the day, he can tear anything he wants, he can basically file it. But you can't. Can't do anything. I'm right. And take my copyrights. So, with that being said, that means that everything I said out of my mouth is true. An attorney's going to tell you the same thing. Just like my attorney friends told me the same thing. You're going to jail. And you're not going to come home. Ever. There you go. So, yeah. There you go. So, if any one of them had an attorney, they would have contacted me by now. Easily. Not like Danny over there sending some fake cease and desist over that ended up in my spam mail somewhere. I'm like, are you kidding me? I sent that to an attorney, by the way. He laughed his head off. He was just dummy at the end of the day. He calls him a dummy. Because you know why? He does stuff like that. He tries to make himself sound like he knows what he's talking about. I don't know. Maybe he may have sent this letter off to other people and it made it work. But let me explain something to you, Mr. Danny. Come close to the phone. I'm not the one. Do you understand me? I'm well educated. I'm very smart. I know what I'm doing in business. I don't know what you think I am at the end of the day. Maybe you think I'm stupid at the end of the day, but I'm not. I can see through crap a mile away. So, again, you can have your attorney contact me. You got the wrong person at the end of the day. That's what you got. You used to basically using that nonsense and those little tactics. I see little tactics that you use. You probably use that on other people to make yourself seem powerful or whatever. I'm not that person at the end of the day. You got the wrong one. I'm the one to laugh at your crap at the end of the day, take it to court and crush you in the process. You got the wrong person. As you can see in business, I'm not one to play with, right? Can't sell your product anymore. Stuff's not selling at the end of the day. Talked all this trash, can't back it up. Even got you to cancel out, did I not? All right then, there you go. You know what kind of person I am. I'm a businessman at the end of the day. I don't back down at the end of the day. I'm not cut from that kind of cloth at the end of the day. You understand? If I come for your product, I come for your product. I have no time to be canceling this and canceling that. I will come for your product. You got plenty of time to order from my website. As a matter of fact, you claim that you canceled out. I told you, I want a receipt. We don't have a receipt. I'm going to hit you so hard, man. At the end of the day, you're going to wish you didn't exist on this earth. So that's definitely a promise, 100%. As I said before, sending me a letter and telling me if I say your name one time, you're going to slap with a lawsuit and blah, 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 blah. Get out of my face with that nonsense. I got one for you. Where's my receipts? You don't have them, do you? Well, if you don't have them, I'll see you in court. Along with everything else I'm going to hit you with. And as you can see that me coming to your website and getting you to cancel out and give me back my money, I'm not one to play with. I don't bluff when I say I'm going to do something. There you go. Jeez. Yeah, send me some dumb email talking about, yeah, I'll slap your candy blank with a lawsuit, blah, 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 blah. And the difference between me and you at the end of the day, you talk, I action, I'm action, I'm a man of action. I got your cancellation sitting right on my computer right now. I got you to cancel out. Have I told you from the door, what did I say to you? You don't want to deal with my type. Go somewhere, make your money and leave me alone. Didn't I say that? What did I say to you? I said, I will embarrass you on YouTube. I will get you to cancel out. You will give me back my money at the end of the day. Did I not say that to you? What happened? You gave me back my money. Didn't you? There you go. Because you know at the end of the day, when you really think about it, my product's no joke. If it was a joke, you would have let the order go through. So you know at the end of the day what I'm about. You know at the end of the day that my product is good. It's way better than yours. And the reason why you know that, because you canceled out, you gave me back my money. How embarrassing that must have been to see my name pop up on your computer buying your products and you had to give me back my money. That had to hurt. You talk all this trash, but you had to give me back my money. You know what you remind me of? This is what you remind me of. There was a movie way back. Can't remember it. But this guy, this pimp, they picked up on a corner. He was talking all this trash, like, no, 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 dude, gonna hurt these cops and do this and do that, and all this trash. All this trash he was talking, and they just looking at him. And they bring him into a room, they tell him, strip it down. And as this guy started stripping it down, he started to break down and cry. He just balled up like a little baby and cried. He said, look at him. You take them off the street, you take away their power, you strip everything from them, and you look at them. And this little baby just sit there and just cry. Yeah, that's pretty much what you are, man, at the end of the day. You thought that you could go around and throw these little insults at people and little lawsuit letters and fake decrees and desist letters and stuff, and your friends probably crumble over that nonsense. Your enemies probably do. People you come after. But you got somebody different this time. You got somebody at the end of the day that sees through that nonsense. Has been around for a long time. I'm a bit of a veteran in the field. Now I look at that and laugh. Can't intimidate me like you intimidate other people, but I can intimidate you. I can come to your site, like I said. You'll give me back my money, every dime of it, and you will pay PayPal a percentage of each time you cancel out. That's what you had to do. You had to pay PayPal money for each cancellation. He paid them money and he paid me back my money. And mind you, I bought his product when it was at $160. He gave all of it back, even the samples, every dime. He paid PayPal money on $20 sample. You know how embarrassing that is? He had to give me back $20 because he couldn't send the product because it didn't work. And then even, I'll tell you, the cherry jubilee, the icing on the cake, I couldn't ask for anything more to watch you cancel the entire state of Pennsylvania because you're afraid of me, because your product doesn't work. What did you say in the backyard? Your backyard? Oh, he's afraid of me. Blah, 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 blah. But don't worry, Ken. I'll get your product and then we'll have some fun. What happened to you? You canceled the entire state of Pennsylvania. Everybody in Pennsylvania right now can't buy your stuff because you're afraid of me. What if I move to another state? Then what? You cancel that state too? That's why you got trolls on your back right now. Because the trolls watch me say what I said and say, I wonder if this is true. Is he that afraid of this guy? I'm going to contact him and see if I can get some of that paint sent to Mr. Bird. Or they're probably not going to send anything to me at all. They're probably just using my name just to intimidate you. So imagine, a troll can use my name to intimidate somebody like him. At the end of the day, he's afraid to sell that paint. That's what you started on yourself. You guys tried it with me, remember? You guys contacted me and said, oh, Danny's got this paint. You better be afraid, blah, 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 blah. And I just said, no, please, give me a break. That's all you got. One paint? That's all? One black paint? That's all you have is one? Really? Just one. That's all you have. I've made dozens of them. Dozens and dozens of black technology on every level you could possibly think of. And you just have one. All right, whatever. Oh, man. Make something new so I can crush that too. Oh, I like that. Did I rhyme on that? Yes, I did. I did. I'm going all day. See, at the end of the day, when you guys talked all that trash about that black paint, and he can't even back it up. Nope. I seen him come and go. Like I sat there and said on camera, he thought I was saying it because I was jealous. What am I jealous of your stuff for? Are you kidding me? You can't even sell it to me because you can't. So what are you going to be jealous of your stuff for? I know junk when I see it. But you thought at the end of the day I was jealous of your stuff. No. No one's jealous of your stuff, Danny. Your stuff doesn't work. You talk a lot of trash. You're hot air at the end of the day. You lie. You want to take me to court on that too? You're a liar. You are a liar. Show me the range game. Show me that it exists. Let me tell you something. If you haven't shown a product that it exists the first time you mentioned it, and it's been months and still nothing's come up, you don't know it. I don't ask you with the intentions of you doing it because we know you can't. see. Oh, and even your copyrights fake at the end of the day, because I looked them up. Your copyrights are definitely fake. It's got a nerve to put. He wants to be me so badly. So when you go on my page, my copyrights come up, all my registrations come up on my copyrights. When you go to this page, you try to bring his up. Dude, when you have a real registration, copyright registration, you have more information than that will pop up on your page. A lot more information will pop up than that on your page. You're missing a ton of information for your registration, for your copyright. Where's your registration number? That's one of the things they're going to ask you. Where's your registration number? You don't have one. It's like your registration for your business license. Where's your registration number? Told you. We know this guy already, Fender. He does his stuff. I remember sitting there waiting 6 months. He locked every shopping cart. Got scared. Locked all his shopping carts. And it sat like that for 6 months. That's why I made the statement that, gee whiz, man, can you leave your site open for at least about a year or something? Gee whiz. Every time we come in, lock shopping cart. Lock shopping cart. It's on the blacklist right now. It shows basically we coming to buy from him. He locked every single shopping cart. And then after that, when he came back from vacation, he removed an entire state of Pennsylvania. Everything I said is right there on the blacklist. Then tried to turn around and try to threaten me by telling me he was going to sue me because the Christian Witch site was considered to be slandered. No, it's not slandered, buddy. Everything on that site is you guys doing dumb stuff. You just want it removed because you know we can use it against you in court. That's why. You already screamed guilty already when you sent me that message already. And that message already is being set up to be posted to the blacklist. So everybody can hear it. Showing you trying to intimidate me. Get somebody to try to intimidate me to remove it because you're scared. So that person knows you. Does he not? Yeah. You're supposed to have this stuff right here. This is supposed to be our sun killer. So, again, can't make it. You're supposed to have our FLE technology. Again, can't make it. And I told you, he does not know how to make black paint. There's a series that's supposed to be black paint, claim to be to take out my technology. Dude, you make one black paint. I make like multiple versions of black paint. Heck, we got this new technology now. It's a new, different version of black. You can actually alter the black itself. Alter the black itself. It's what we do. It's what we do. So, where's your black paint at? And then put a little message in there, a Karen note, by saying that, oh, we can't sell it anymore because we're being harassed at the end of the day. But gee whiz, you can't take it in this business, you gotta quit then. That's what you did, you couldn't take it. It's funny, like I said, I find it hilarious that he's gonna basically blame it on us by saying, oh, big deal with them. You can't withstand what I'm dishing out. So let me get this straight. You can attack other people, but at the end of the day, when you're put out in the open, you're exposed as being a fake and a liar. You can't back up anything you see on your products, and because the trolls now found out about you being such a fake at the end of the day, when you basically hyped yourself up to know all this stuff, now they're coming after you, and the only thing they're asking you is, hey, I want to buy this for Kenneth Bird. That's all they're saying. So you can't ship it to them to send it to us? What's the problem? That's not harassment. They're not harassing you in any way whatsoever. They're asking you a simple question. I want to buy it, send it over to Black Series. I want to buy it and send it to Kenneth Bird. And he considers that to be harassment. So let me get this straight. All the stuff that you guys did to me, harassing me, far worse than what's going on right here. And you want to cry at the end of the day? Do you see me crying? You see me removing any paints? No. At all. Period. So you made this far worse for yourself. Far worse for yourself, because now they're going to come in on everything. They're going to come in just to mess with you to watch you cancel out against them. Because again, if I come out here and I make a statement that you canceled out, of course we're showing receipts and all that in the day, and they watch you remove an entire state, you know how much you know what you did to yourself by doing that? You accumulated trolls. That's what you did. Because the troll's gonna sit there and go, wait a minute, he removed an entire state for this guy? Oh, that's crazy. I wonder. There you go. I'm gonna call him up and say, hey, look, I'm gonna buy this for Kenneth Bird. I wonder if he cancels out. That's what they're gonna do. So you got trolls bugging you now. And you can't handle it. He can't handle it. Because you can't back his products up. The product's right on my website, Danny. You can buy it anytime you want to. Make some statement saying I canceled out. Like I said, I want my receipt. You don't get my receipt. You're getting sued on it. But you can go buy it anytime you want it from my site. Knock yourself out. Go ahead. You don't want to do it. You know why? Because what you had in that product wasn't my product. And you did those fake demonstrations. Just like Crow, he won't buy my stuff. He only bought one product from us, and he's going to court for that already, for basically saying that his product came out different when we had customers vouching that nothing was wrong with it. So that's going to be his problem at the end of the day. He had to deal with that. But as for you, man, yeah, go buy. Go ahead. The reason why you can't buy, like I said, you chalk my paint up to be something that it's not. And you paint my screen in, and you get the same reaction my customers get. The screen's going to pull up, do exactly what it's designed to do. And then you're going to find yourself giving us even more evidence to sue you for more money. Because you paint that on your wall, and that paint reacts the way it's supposed to react, and it does the same thing that all my customers see and people do business with me, you're going to be hit with another $1 million lawsuit. Or you're afraid to put your address up. Is that right there? Don't worry, Danny, we have your information already. My people already got it already. So don't worry about that. We know where you're at. So when we go to bring you to court, you're all good to go for us to file all the documents we need to take care of to get you ready for court. So again, what else is a problem? Go buy it from me right now. Come on, go buy. Now I would buy it from you, but remember, you removed the state of Pennsylvania because you're afraid. You know, you're going to get on camera and go, oh, I wasn't afraid. Then why did you move it then? Why did you give me back my money then if you weren't afraid? You know, he's back right now, bitter as can be, probably sitting back there going, oh, he's all bitter, got probably biting his bottom lip, upset and angry. Am I lying? Am I slandering you in any way? You canceled, right? Then what did you cancel for? If you sit there and say, well, I'm a scammer, I'm a ripoff, wouldn't that make me an easier person to beat, right? I mean, if I found a guy was a fake and a phony over there, yeah, if I go to challenge him, I know I'm going to win 100% because he's a fake and a phony. That's an easy win right there. It's like in boxing. If you got all these fighters over here that are basically below the mark, that's an easy win right there. So why wouldn't you? All right then. Unless you find one in that corner that's more like Mike Tyson at the end of the day. And you know, you go over there and get your behind kicked, get your butt handed to you. So you're not going to go in that direction. So did I Mike Tyson you? I think I did. That's a good way of saying he got Mike Tyson. Tyson. What did I'm going to knock you out? I'm going to knock you out. That's what happened. See? And that's what makes him upset. That's what makes him bitter. Because he's used to being that person at the end of the day that had control and to be able to boss people around and do this and do that. You can see the way he carries himself and the way he speaks and the way he talks. He expects their people to respect him no matter what at the end of the day. Got the wrong person, buddy. I made you look like a fool. That's what I did. Even though deep down inside you don't believe it, but you already know already, I made you look like a fool. I got you to put your money back in the account. All of it. And I ordered so much from you that we got on recording, and I got it right there for everybody to see that you pulled your marketplace down. Because you couldn't handle the orders coming through. Next time, don't walk around your backyard making statements like that. Well, I gotta ask this question. What do you think was going to happen when you made that statement? Did you think that I was going to do what I was going to do? That I was going to come and start buying your stuff up? You probably didn't think I was going to do that, right? Just the same thing with the other one. I was going to send me some email telling me buy whatever I want. Bought whatever I wanted. What did you think, gentlemen, was going to happen? I was going to back down and go, oh, no, I can't go against them. They're too powerful. Oh, heck no. I'm not afraid of big companies at the end of the day, so sure enough, I would definitely crush you with no problem. All right. Bet you won't do that no more. You learned a valuable lesson. I'll tell you one thing, he learned a valuable lesson. He won't do that no more. Go walk around your backyard and make a statement like that about basically I'm canceling out on something I didn't do. Go ahead. Knock yourself out. I dare you go do it again. And I'll embarrass you on something else. I'll definitely have some people come through on different states, and they won't be trolls. They will basically contact you and let you know that, hey, we're so-and-so, we represent Mr. Bird's company, and we came to buy your stuff. And they will show me all cancellations in different states. I'll embarrass you even worse. Come in the backyard and walk around and say some nonsense like that and think I'm going to sit there and just deal with it. Lost your marbles at the end of the day. You know what he was thinking. Yeah. And that order popped up, boy. His heart must have shot right through his chest. I go, oh, shoot, this time just popped. And then it popped up again, and again, and again, and again. Yeah, we don't play around. Talk too much trash at the end of the day. Good thing we're not neighbors, man. I'm telling you, as neighbors, you have a lot of problems at the end of the day. We have a lot of problems at the end of the day. First, make one statement, I'll be in your backyard. We'll talk man to man. I don't play around at the end of the day. I'm not that type of person. First day, you say something out of your mouth about me that's not true, I'm in your backyard having a conversation with you. I will step right to you. I don't believe in none of that words out the window nonsense. No, I'll be right up on your porch. What's the problem? Now see, you didn't have to go down that way. And if you basically had not listened to Crow's dumb nonsense, and called me first, like a real man, except for being a coward at the end of the day, and hiding behind your keyboard and your phone, and you would have called me and talked to me man to man, you would have realized that I'm not that type of person. Who knows? We could have been friends. But no, you chose to be ignorant and hide behind your phone and make false accusations about me and my company, and now you're going to find yourself in court now. As old as you are, getting sued and possibly going to jail for fraud against my business. So, la-di-da. You're not a man at the end of the day. A real man comes and talks to me, calls me up and speaks to me. That's what you do. You don't hide behind fake numbers and fake email addresses and none of that stuff. You talk to me man to man. Mr. Williams, you got to call people's phones, don't you? You're going to meet me real soon. Not in the way you want to meet me at the end of the day. It's going to be really rough for you, buddy. Because again, we filed all 16 accounts against you for mail fraud. We got confirmations. You're going through. You're done. You understand me? You're done. You're another person going to spend the rest of his life in jail. So come Christmas, birthday parties, all that good stuff, you're going to watch your family grow up, you're going to watch your friends grow up, and you're going to stay in the same spot until you pass off this earth. Gentlemen, you brought it on yourselves, man. You can't blame anybody else. Nobody is dumb enough. You know how dumb you would have to be to send letters to someone's house through the United States Postal Service with your fingerprints still intact on the other side? Your fingerprints are on every single one of those letters. You weren't smart enough to wear gloves, were you? Of course you're not. You're an idiot. That's why. You're in every single one of your fingerprints on them. We even got your voice recording, and you contacting and carrying on and acting up. Yep. Contacted my company's account over 1,000 times, claiming to be a minister of the church. So, you're going to cry in court. You're definitely going to cry a lot. And you're going to look at me and you're going to apologize to me multiple times. And I'm just going to turn my head and just watch you get out of jail. That's it. I'm not giving you any get out of jail free card. Oh, heck no. To make sure you stay in jail for the rest of your life. And then, when you're in there, I'm going to take everything from you. I'm going to sue the living daylights out of you. I'm going to take everything you got. Everything. Pretty much going to be much after seeing all the trash in the apartment, but I'm going to take a lot. Everything, whatever I can get my hands on. And then we're going to bury you in tons of debt. Like $1 million worth. And keep in mind, United States Postal, that charge you are picking up, 16 of those, they're $20 million a piece. 20 million a piece? Hold on, let me make sure that I'm right on that. No, it's $1 million a piece. It's 20 years in jail a piece. Let me see, we don't got much microphones here. Let's see, mail fraud. man. Ma'am. Yeah, you got quite a lot. Quite a lot. 20 years in federal prison you're going to get. You got 16 on you. 16 with father. So you're looking at Mr. Williams. This is what your time you're looking at. For one of the letters you sent to me, you're going to be receiving 20 years. Mind you have 16 of these. We've got you counted, including the first one we found that you sent to neighbors. We can clearly show that you basically reached out to neighbors and sent letters out to them using the United States Postal Service to commit mail fraud and committing crimes. Using the United States Postal Service involved in these activities, which means you're looking at a 20-year prison sentence for each one and a fine up to $250,000. Now this can get worse. Yeah, so it's going to get a lot worse for you, man. A lot worse. So your fingerprints showing all the letters on the inside. None of the letters were opened up, not one of any of them. They're all going to be dusted for prints. Well, first, the judge has to see everything and everything scanned into the system. So they're not going to open up anything at all. They're going to make sure they're going to dust everything for prints, make sure everything matches you when it comes back, and if it does, you're in a lot of trouble. Plus your name's on them too. And your name's on all the emails too that we sent over, including the cyber crime charges we filed against you. They carry up to 10 years, but your situation is going to be a lot more than that. Then we got you on a voice recording, contacting and carrying on and screaming up and acting up. So yeah, easy. Thank you for making it so easy. So, looks like you're going to be in jail for a long time. See, gentlemen, you could be out here building computers and making money at the end of the day, and you're going to spend the rest of your life, what left you had, behind bars. What a way to go out, huh? This is the part that scares you the most, and I know it does. What little remaining time you have on this earth, you're going to spend it behind bars. You know how horrible that is, people? You know how horrible that is? That's horrible. That's horrible. But look what they did. Look at the hand they dealt out for themselves. Imagine right now. Imagine. Anyway, just imagine that the remaining of your time on this earth is going to be spent behind bars. Imagine that. That's what they did to themselves. What are you going to do? Run? You're going to run for the rest of your life. You're going to cross sooner or later. No job, no apartment, no house, or nothing. Your future that should be on the run. Anybody else a house is you didn't go to jail too. Nobody gonna touch you. How you gonna feed yourself? How you gonna clothe yourself? You'll be out on the street. Every job, every place has a background check. Anything comes up, you're going to pop up. And where you gonna go? Can't leave the country. They ask for ID. All that comes up, everything. There'll be all kinds of stuff out there, bulletins on you to find you. Make sure if you pop up at any place, like a airport, bus station, whatever, you'll come up. What are you gonna do? So you can run, take those chances, or turn yourself in and face the music and do the time. Mind you, you did federal crimes. So you're not exactly going to be hunted by police, you're going to be hunted by federal agents. Sorry about that. They're going to be hunting you. Well, put it this way. He had an option not to send the letters. He thought that he would send them and It would never end up in my hands. And he thought that, he suddenly thought this out, and people would see this, and they would react to maybe kicking me out in the street, or just doing something to get me out of the garage. That's what he thought was going to happen. But God had other plans. When you were doing the devil's work, I didn't go anywhere. I stayed in the garage until I was ready to leave. And every single one of those letters that went out came to me not open. Every single one was sealed. Which means that I have a piece of evidence on you that has your fingerprint sitting on the inside. I also have the letter that you sent to the neighbors, but you probably thought they were going to tear up and throw in the trash and probably try to put a petition together and try to kick me out. That's what you thought was going to happen. But it didn't happen at all. I know everybody on that side. Everybody knows me. They're the one that brought it to me, and they laughed about it because they thought, at the end of the day, you were retarded or stupid, because who writes like that? That's what they thought. And first of all, who files a complaint who lives in the state that you live in, where we're living at right now? That's just stupid. So they're making you from the door, you're a troll. But they gave me that letter intact, with your address and your information on it, and what you have on it right there. We were able to track your apartment building from that address. It went to across the street, but when I turned around, I saw your apartment. I seen your YouTube video. I seen you walk out of that building. That's how we knew it was at. So once we tracked down the building, we were able to track down the owners of the building, the property management, and that's where we were able to figure out exactly where you were located. So we know where you're at. So, that being said, the United States Postal Service also knows where you live at now. Now, you had the option to not send the letters. Unless something told you it was wrong. Something told you not to do this. That you get caught, you can go to jail. You did it anyway. Now, you're going to jail. You've got in the back of your mind that there's no way in the woods going to get his hand on those letters. Or nothing's going to happen to me. Go get yourself a lawyer, have a nice conversation with them, and explain to them what you did and see what's going to happen to you. And I bet you they tell you at the end of the day you committed mail fraud, and you're looking at very serious time in jail, and the person you sent it to has a positive son of the right side of you. Guarantee you. You got my number. Have a lawyer contact me, Mr. Williams. On top of that, consider the fact that we have over 1,000 messages from you in our business accounts of you basically harassing our company. Also, too, impersonating a minister, which you are not, which is another crime. Because you're not a minister in any way whatsoever. If you're operating in a church, claiming to be a minister, and you're not, it's going to get you in a lot of trouble. So, because you said you're a minister, and you're showing up in our company emails that way, they're going to start digging through your stuff. Find out you are not. We found already that you're not. There's documents missing, some very serious documents are missing. He's not one. I mean, you're impersonating. And they put that along the lines with impersonating a police officer, or impersonating a person from the fire department, or impersonating a doctor. It's in that area, that category. So you're looking at jail time for that too. Now, he started some YouTube channel where he claimed he was basically trying to help people become closer to God. That doesn't sound like a person who's trying to make people closer to God, harassing a company, cursing us out, and using curse words and all that stuff. Everything else you were doing, committing post office fraud, stuff like that. That doesn't sound like a person that's a minister. You copied your page when you claimed you used to do as a minister and how you were helping people out. We got all that copied. Everything's copied. You delete everything. We have copies on everything. Show the courts that this is how you painted yourself around other people. That you claim to be this man of God, and that you're harassing our company. These are your multiple emails, so you're fake and making up fake accounts, and these emails have your name in it over and over again. right now, gentlemen, and it's got to be very scary right now. I wouldn't pay any money in the world to trade shoes with you. Oh, heck no. Nobody would trade shoes with you right now. You're not looking at probation. You're not looking at a slap on the wrist. You're not looking at anything like that. You're looking at real serious football number jail time. You committed federal crimes. And the government does not play around. We all know that from the door. They do not play around. Well, had a little chat here while we're working on the PC. Got a chance to talk to these guys because I know they come into the room. I know they're scared to death. I know every time we talk about federal court, all that stuff, they leave the room right away because they don't want to hear it. They know it's coming. They just don't know when, but they know it's coming. And they know sooner or later they're going to find themselves sitting up in that courtroom. You know what's happening in that courtroom? The legs turn to jello. Get the cotton mouth, you can barely swallow. Your body starts to ache. It's like you got this migraine and your heart's pumping at 100 miles an hour. All your anxieties, everything's just going right through the roof. The difference is that when most people that are going through that situation basically are looking at very heavy time. The biggest question you're going to have in your mind, at the end of the day, more important than anything in the world, is how long I'm going to have to spend inside. How much time I'm going to get. You're going to think about all the stuff that you committed, all the crimes you committed, and the evidence we have against you, and this is what's going to scare you the most. Because you don't want anyone to see this. That's why you're against the blacklist. You're scared of it. You don't want anybody to see what you've done. But the worst part about it, you don't want to see the judge to see what you have done. So how's the judge going to perceive what you have done? Is they going to be okay with it? Or are they going to basically throw you in jail? And Mr. Fernando, most of your stuff is already scanned into the system already. We scanned all your doxing and all the stuff you did. It's all scanned into the Allentown Police Department. Your stuff is sitting there on file. Now he get on camera and he talks a lot of trash. That's what he does. But he's scared. He is definitely scared. We're even going to show we had the CCP. We had to come after you and have a process server come to your front door. And how we got your messages and how you called the CCP a fake and phony and they can't touch you and this, that, and the other. We got all that stuff. We can't wait to show them. That's a government agency. How you felt in they're a joke. But you can do whatever you want. So they're going to use you as an example. And you don't want to be used as an example. Especially when the government's involved. Let me tell you something. I've seen some people do some crazy stuff. And you gotta take the cake. I have never seen anything in my timeline on this earth of people doing the most dumbest, reckless things I have ever seen in my life. I mean, look. I was supposed to get 10 years. Well, actually, we go 40 to 80. You're going to be getting around that time. You're going to get 40 to 80s in that. You're going to be in that area right there. That is terrifying. But I did roughly, I got 10 years from it. I did 8 years and 9 months. And that felt like forever for me to go through that process. You're looking at some serious time here. One of those mail fraud charges carry 20 years. Do you have any idea where you're going to be at with 20 years? Consider the fact you got 16 of these things, man. Jamie got 2 of them. He got 40 years right there. You understand, when you commit the first one, they can try to be lenient on the first one. They may give you like a year or 2, maybe 3 years in jail, maybe. You got 2 of them. So that shows not only you didn't you weren't afraid, you just out bold. Just do as many as I want to do because I don't care. I don't get the freaking court system. You're like spitting in the court system's face when you do stuff like that. They're going to throw the book at you and teach you a lesson. You're going to have, when you're in that courtroom, you're going to hear them counting the accounts, count 1, count 2, count 3. Man, you don't want to hear count 1, count 2, count 3, count 4, 1, 5. You want to hear count 1. That's it. That's all you want to hear. You don't want to be hearing no 4, 5, 6, 7. No. They give you time for each one of those. You know that, right? Yeah, you can get time for each one they bring up. If they find you guilty or not guilty on it. And you guys done so much stuff that you're going to find guilty on everything. Man, that head between the legs and the feet shaking, nodding the head back and forth, because you can't take the time. Let me show you something right here. This is a police officer got 250 years in jail. They don't joke around with this. Well, that means this guy's going to be in jail for a long time. I'm not joking. This guy could literally get 100 years in jail easily. These crimes are serious. This guy messed his life up. He had everything. Some people are like that. I don't get it. They can have everything and still mess it up. I'll never forget this case as long as I live. As long as I live, I'll never forget it. Never forget it as long as I live. This guy. You seen this one? Absolutely insane. He got 250 years in jail. They don't play around in this courtroom at all. So, this guy, married to a beautiful woman, ex-football, did football and all that and everything. Good shape, excellent shape. Was a police officer. Good job, everything. Had it all, everything, perfect, everything. He decided that he's going to go around and turn off his GPS on his van and go rape people in the neighborhood. And that's what he did. He raped a lot of mostly African American women. And they caught him. So you kind of lose count on how much they gave him. That's a lot. I watched this whole thing, man. It was insane. I'm just going to show the part where they're basically counting off how much this guy was getting. Once you reach the first one, which is 5 years, that's pretty bad. But then when that 3 years hit, that's automatically 8. Once you hit 8, that's it. That's it. It's lights out. Because it goes up after that. Never forget this. No thanks. Yeah. I don't want the actual one. I want the actual one. This guy went crazy, man. And it's like he had a good job, man. He had everything pushing for him, and he just, why? Why would you mess it up? But that's what you guys did. You self-destructed. Like, you know how this feels? I'm going to turn this light over top, bro. This whole situation is nothing but nervousness right here. This is crazy. I wanted this. I wanted this. I really wanted it. I watched this. It kind of basically gives you a respect about basically what you have and trying to do things the right way. That's why, gentlemen, I don't feed to your nonsense at the end of the day, because I went through something like this before. You never forget this as long as you live. You learn to respect what you really have while you're out here with that freedom. So it's crazy because while you're sitting there, everybody's laughing, having fun, you know. All these people are going home. You're not going home. So that's how crazy it is. You're sitting there like, wow, all these people are judging my life, but you got yourself in that situation to be put in that situation. It's an experience you'll never forget. And he was a police officer. That's what makes it even crazier. This brings back a lot of flashbacks on when I had to go through this nonsense, but I ain't never. I stay out of trouble. I ain't trying to go down that road and go through this mess ever again. But y'all too old to be doing this dumb nonsense. I did that when I was 16. I was young, doing dumb stuff. He nervous can be, rocking back and forth. And it's interesting because unless you've been in this situation, you don't know what's going through his head. The nervousness, I know what it feels like because I've been through it. Anybody been through the system, you know that feeling when you rock back and forth with it. Ain't nothing like it. Just waiting your fate out to see what's going to happen to you. It could be good, it could be bad, it could be anything. But when you have substantial evidence for looking you right in the face, this is when you know it's bad. You got accused of 13 rapes.
Thank you. You may be seated.
This is crazy. Had everything. Messed it up. Messed his life up. That fast, that quick. And I don't even know why he's raping these women, because his wife is gorgeous. He is a beautiful wife. Devil will mess you up. Devil will definitely mess you up. And the lawyer automatically knows he's gonna go to jail. He knows it. You know, man, he just want to collect his check at the end of the day. Or he ain't doing anything wrong, he's just getting his money at the end of the day. But he knows he's going to jail. He already knows it. They all talk, DA, all of them, they all talk.
We have to have order in this courtroom. There can be no outbursts. There can be no disruptions. If anyone gets out of order, you'll be taken into custody immediately and removed from the courtroom. With that, has this jury reached a verdict? All right, would you hand the verdict forms to my bailiff?
Situation right now giving me jitters right now, because that feeling comes back. Basically, I remember I have to go through what I went through in life. Had to go through this process. Not as bad as what he's gonna go through, but still, yeah. Knowing that in that piece of paper decides your fate. The more pages you hear, the worse it gets. That's a lot of pages. That's charges. That's a charge for each one. He's flipping right now. That's why you don't want to hear pages going off like that in the background. Like, oh shoot, like that many. I'm getting nervous. Yeah, that's a lot of pages you'd be flipping right now. I mean, you'd rather just have one page being flipped, not that many. And keep in mind, that many pages means that the risk that he may get like a year is now gone. It's out the window. He's going to hit one of those landmines. See that nervous? Yep, that's what you go through. See his body shaking? Yeah, I've been through that. I went through that. I was going to have 40, 80-year prison sentence. So I know what that feels like at the end of the day. There ain't nothing like it in the world. But again, if you commit that crime, you got to go through the process. Everybody got to pay. But I know that feeling. This man had everything.
This is in the district court. Court of Oklahoma County, State of Oklahoma, the State of Oklahoma versus Daniel K. Holtzclaw, case number CF 2014-5869. Verdict, count 1, sexual battery. We, the jury impaneled and sworn in the above entitled cause, do upon our oaths find as follows. Defendant is guilty of the crime of sexual battery and set punishment at 8 years.
8 years now. You got 8 years from the door.
Count 2, procuring lewd exhibition. Not guilty of the crime of procuring lewd exhibition. Count 3, burglary in the first degree. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of burglary in the first degree.
So you got 8 years
nor lesser
right now.
included. Count 4, procuring lewd exhibition.
Mind you, he got all those pages, and the first one was 8 years. So mind you, anything hits after that, yeah, it's gonna get pretty bad.
Defendant is guilty of the crime of procuring lewd exhibition, and punishment is set at 5 years.
There we go, already. 5 years on
Count
top
5,
of 8.
procuring lewd exhibition. Defendant is guilty of the crime of procuring lewd exhibition, and punishment is set at 5 years.
He's already hit the mark.
Count 6.
He's way beyond the mark.
Defendant is not guilty of the crime of stalking. Count 7. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of sexual battery. Count 8. Defendant is guilty of the crime of forcible oral sodomy, and punishment is set at 20 years.
That's it. See that crime? That's it. He's done already. He's already done. You know how old he is right now? The time he already has to do? He's already got life already. He's got life already. He got 20 years. I told you they're like landmines at the end of the day. This is why I try to keep this from going to courtrooms at the end of the day, because it's going to get bad. And you talk about copyrights, this is pretty bad. We got 53 of them right now on one of the accounts.
Count 9. Rape in the first degree. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of rape in the first degree. Count 10. Forcible oral sodomy. Defendant is guilty of the crime of forcible oral sodomy, and punishment is set at 16 years.
16.
Count 11.
He's done now.
Rape in the first degree. Defendant is guilty of the crime of rape in the first degree, and punishment is set at 30 years. Count 12. Forcible oral sodomy. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of forcible oral sodomy. Count 13. Sexual battery. Defendant is guilty of the crime of sexual battery, and punishment is set at 8 years. Count 14. Sexual battery. Defendant is guilty of the crime of sexual battery, and punishment is set at 8 years. Count 15. Procuring lewd exhibition. Defendant is guilty of the crime of procuring lewd exhibition, and punishment is set at 5 years. Count 16. Forcible oral sodomy. Defendant is guilty of the crime of forcible oral sodomy, and punishment is set at 16 years. Count 17. Forcible oral sodomy. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of forcible oral sodomy. Count 18. Procuring lewd exhibition. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of procuring lewd exhibition. Count 19. Procuring lewd exhibition. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of procuring lewd exhibition. Count 20. Rape in the first degree. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of rape in the first degree. Count 21. Sexual battery. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of sexual battery.
All these don't mean nothing. He hit too many.
Count 22. Sexual battery. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of sexual battery.
So even out of like all those, say he misses all of them, right? He already got life already. Judging by his age and already the time he already got.
Count 23.
You're already
Sexual
in.
battery. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of sexual battery. Count 24. Forcible oral sodomy. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of forcible oral sodomy. Count 25. Rape in the second degree by instrumentation. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of rape in the second degree. Count 26. Indecent exposure. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of indecent exposure. Count 27. Forcible oral sodomy. Defendant is guilty of the crime of forcible oral sodomy, and punishment is set at 16 years.
He's way beyond that mark.
Count 28. Rape in the first degree. Defendant is
How many
guilty
years did he
of
get
the
in
crime
jail?
of rape in the first
250
degree, and
years.
Punishment is set at 30 years.
Yeah, he got 250 years.
Count 29. rape in the first
He's
degree.
gonna die in prison.
Defendant is guilty of the crime of
And he's a
rape in the
police
first
officer at
degree,
that.
and
That
punishment
makes
is
it
set
far
at 30
worse.
years.
Another 30 years.
Count 30, sexual battery. Defendant is guilty of the crime of sexual battery, and punishment is set at 8 years. Count 31, rape in the second degree by instrumentation. Defendant is guilty of the crime of rape in the second degree, and punishment is set at 12 years. Count 32, rape in the first degree. Defendant is guilty of the crime of rape in the first degree, and punishment is set at 30 years. Count 33, sexual battery. Defendant is guilty of the crime of sexual battery, and punishment is set at 8 years. Count 34, sexual battery. Defendant is guilty of the crime of sexual battery, and punishment is set at 8 years. Count 35, defendant procuring lewd exhibition. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of procuring lewd exhibition. Count 36, procuring lewd exhibition. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of
His life is
procuring
over.
lewd
He's done.
exhibition. So let me ask the jury.
The lawyer
Is this
pats
your
him on the
verdict,
back.
So say you all. Counsel, would you like to examine the...
The lawyer pats him on the back, just lets him know that, hey, look, you know, we tried our hardest, and unfortunately, there was too much evidence, and we're just going to do the time. He's going to die in that prison 250 years. He is never getting out. He can't even get parole in where he's in right now. You don't get parole in 250 years. That's where we're going to get it from. Yes, 250 years. He'll have to Highlander it in order to get that parole. There's no way in the world he can get it. That's crazy. Yeah, but he deserved it. He had everything. You got people out there that, even all of us are wrong, who commit crimes maybe because they're hungry, they're starving, whatever you got to do at the end of the day. But this man had everything. He was a star football player in high school. He basically had a gorgeous, beautiful wife, beautiful home, amazing job. Everybody loved him at his job. Everybody loved him where he was at. He's a real nice, lovable person. And then for some reason, he basically just started raping people. He decided he could get away with it. Turned off his GPS, because he figured out, mind you, when you have GPS on a truck, they know when the GPS turns off. So they're figuring, like, how come there's a pattern of this GPS shutting off over and over again on his truck? And, of course, they take it to the shop, they fix it, mechanics go over it, they can't find nothing on it. But for some reason, this truck is basically, GPS is popping on and off. It's going black. And right around that time where it's going black, this rape victim is popping up in that particular area. Yeah, they put 2 and 2 together. He's a police officer. He should know what was going to happen. And they busted him. Yep. Ruined his life. 250 years.
Verdict forms? Mr. Holzbach, you and your attorney just come forward.
Now, the reason why I say that is because you dummies, at the end of the day, ruin your lives. You committed crimes. And if you think at the end of the day that you're going to go free, and you're going to get probation, you're not getting any of that. These are very serious charges that we're bringing up on you. Extremely serious charges. You commit, I couldn't even count how many post-sexual trauma charges you have. It's overwhelming. The evidence you have on rehab against you is overwhelming. You're not going home. And Jamie had copyrights. You know what they carry. Kind of messed his life up. The problem is y'all take freedom for granted. That's the problem. You take it for granted. You had to take it for granted. Common sense kicked in there somewhere and told you this was the wrong thing to do. Don't do it. At the end of the day, if you want to go against my company, you don't break the law. What you do is you basically go and you make a better product, and you come against my company. That's what you do. You see me breaking the law against a Diamond or Elite Screens or any of the big companies? I don't do that stuff. These guys would haul me in court and sue the crap out of me for some of the dumb stuff. I did the dumb stuff you guys did. No, I make a better product and I go against their company. They can't sue me and say for slander if I'm basically showing their product working 100%, beating their product. No, that's what you do. But you guys chose to go down that direction and break the law. And I don't know why. Something told you in the back of your head you're not going to get caught. We have all your evidence. Everything we need to prosecute you. What do you think was going to happen? Oh no, devil told you at the end of the day that you were going to get away with it and you're not going to get caught, and that's what he told you, right? And then he kept instigating, tell you more and more stuff to do, right? And meanwhile, we're just collecting it, like, okay, here we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and now here we are. Not worth it. Hey, dumpster. I tell you, that right there brings back some scary memories. It does. Watching them brings back scary memories. It does. I was sitting in that courtroom and just watching everybody, your fate being decided right there in front of your eyes. It's a scary feeling. Yeah. I didn't have to go through that. I went in the courtroom like that, yeah. But I never read anything off. They didn't read my charges off. They gave me a deal to take it. And I took the deal. So basically, like I said, they tried to prosecute me. Lord didn't allow it to be so because it wasn't for me to do 40 to 80 years. But I had to do time. I had to do something. Just like when the DA came and told my mother that I was going to go to jail, I'm going to do 48 years. And she had to come and she had to tell me. I broke down and cried. I said, well, I'm going to do 48 years. I messed up. It's my whole life right there. And she said, don't worry about it. God got this. You're going to do time, but you're not going to do that. And she went back and told the DA that I was not going to do that time. And he sat there and said, oh, yes, he is. He's going to do that time. She said, no, you understand. God got control of it. And he laughed about it. So every time they brought me in court, they couldn't certify me. And the DA started to see the power of God. See my mother praying with my lawyer and all that. And he started coming over. He started talking to him. He started talking back and forth. And next you know, he was praying with them in their prayer group. He's the guy prosecuting me. And he's praying with them in the prayer group. So he's the one that came up and said, we'll be satisfied with 10 years. And she came back and she told me, and I said, I'll take it. So I went and did the 10 years. But I didn't even do the 10 years. The Lord didn't allow it to be. I went there and did my 8 years and 9 months, and I was let go. So, yeah. But I still had to go through it, regardless of whether or not, if I was saved or not. I committed that crime. I had to pay my dues. If you guys committed your crimes, you got to pay your dues. Yours are far worse than mine. Far worse. That's why I held off. I held off for a long time before going down that road because I've been through it myself. I know the stress that it puts people through. People have heart attacks in those courtrooms. All kinds of stuff happens in those courtrooms. Some people commit suicide. At one point, I thought about committing suicide when I was in there because I didn't want to go through with it. It's a very stressful situation to go through. So I tried my hardest to try not to go down that road. Gentlemen, the reason why I didn't prosecute you right away because I didn't want you to see you go through that. That's a horrible ordeal to go through. It's awful. I did it myself. So I tried my hardest. So you're not going to try to ignore you. I did. I tried my hardest. But you would never, I couldn't. You kept coming and hitting me. Every time you turn around, you're showing my products and you're claiming this is our stuff. You're making ourselves look dark on camera. You're calling me a scammer. You're harassing my family, harassing me. You're doxing my addresses and carrying on. And every time I tried to ignore you to keep it from going down that road, you kept hitting me. So they didn't give me any choice. I had enough evidence to prosecute you. I could have gotten you anytime I wanted to. But you guys committed so many crimes against me that in the day it was statute of limitations. If they ran out, you made more fresh stuff for us to have. You kept it replenishing it. So now I have more than enough to prosecute you. Sadly, to say, at the end of the day, let's be truthful here. Once all this comes to light, you're going to die in that prison. You're going to spend the remaining of your life in that place. It's different when I was young. I did this mess when I was young. So the 10 years I spent, I had time to sacrifice. I knew I was going to lose. I can't get that back. I'll never get that 10 years back, or 8 years or 9 months. I'll never, ever get that back. I could have been doing something else positive in the time, but I chose to do something stupid. But this, at the end of the day, is more striking for you at the end of the day because this is the last of your time. Do you see how hard the situation you made for me in life? You prosecuted me in a way that basically I had to go down this path because you don't leave me alone. So I had to do this. And the Lord told me to go follow through, so I can't. I have to follow through. But the sad thing about it is I got to watch grown men at the end of the day that should know better. They're going to spend the rest of their life. This is the remaining of your time on this earth They're going to spend it, and they're going through that situation. Shame. It is. What you did to yourself. I feel bad for you, I do. It's a shame you're going to have to go through this. When I watch that, it reminds me of what I went through when I had to go through that process. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy at all for them to go through that. But you didn't give me an option to give me a way out. So I already followed through. It begins already. We're going to go through it together. And you're going to basically, you have to face the music for what you did to me. And my family. Keep in mind, my family's following charges also, too. They're involved. Well, I'm going to get over here and check out my PC parts. And that brought back a lot of memories right there. Jeez. You'll never want to go through that, ever. Not ever. Not in a million years. You have no idea how crazy that feels at the end of the day. Your body's just going in so many different directions. You're praying for death. At one point, you're praying to be saved, but then again, at another point, you're praying for death. Because you don't want to go through it. But you don't have no choice. There's no way to stop it, and there's no way out of it. Let me see what we got going over here. Hope this stuff is not. Cool. That looks pretty nice. Got a nice little skin to it. I like it. Yeah, quite nice. I like this one. Alright, that one's done. So it dried pretty quick. That's something freaking cool. Yep, try my hardest. Didn't want to see you go through it. I don't see anybody go through that stuff today. Wish you'd have just turned around and went in a different direction, but you didn't give me an option. You didn't give me any options at all. You know, I prayed on it, and I prayed on it, and I prayed on it. I didn't want to go down that option down that way. And you kept attacking me, so the Lord told me to go follow through. So I followed through. So this will be in court. You don't have to explain to a judge your actions. And that's going to be it. Mr. Fernando is going to be hit with the hardest of it all. He's the one who committed the most crimes. He's the one who started the rumors to begin with. So he's going to get the most time out of the rest of them. And I'm really happy for the other guy that he decided to go in a different direction. I'm happy for him. Because I don't want to see him go through that at all, period. I don't want to see anybody go through that. Not even you, Mr. Williams. Not even you. But you gave me no choice. You thought at the end of the day that you were winning some battle. I don't know what you thought you were winning. And you just keep attacking me that you're winning. You didn't do anything to me. I didn't lose anything. I didn't lose any money. Nothing. We got new technology. Nothing happened to us. Everything happened to you. Like the devil planned it. He already knew that was going to happen to us. We're Christians. Nothing was going to happen to us. He knew that already. But he got you to do dumb stuff. He got you to attack a Christian at the end of the day that nothing was going to happen to them. You call yourself a man of God at the end of the day. Why are you on that side of the fence? So again, as I said before, nothing happened to us. Everything happened to you. Because that's how it works. That's how it works when you serve the devil. They'll send you out to do dumb stuff, and nothing will happen to other people. It'll happen to you. You'll get to be the one that'll get the pain out of it all. Ooh, that's frosty. Nice and frosty. That's what I want the background board to look like. That was nice. I do a little paint job with it, you know. I see. So nice there. Alright, I got you. Ahead of time, I need to do it. Let me just do it already. I've got like a panel or something close enough to it. Alright, I'm going to do it one more time. Like, anything for the sacrifice of the PC. Alright, get that done. At least we can attach to this. I had a feeling I'm going to do it with that inside of it. I want to do that silver for the inside. That's what I want to hook up right there. How am I going to get that done? Let me see. Yeah, but I'm happy for the other guy. Very happy for him. I know he committed crimes against my company. Yes, he has. But I'm happy that he took that direction. And if Jamie had took that direction when we sent out the cease and desist order, I'd have let it go. Just wanted him to back down and leave our stuff alone. That's it. You hear me, Mr. Fernando? That's what we wanted you to do. Back down and leave our stuff alone. But you wouldn't do it. So now you're going to be going through that process. Yeah. Yep. And you had enough evidence to have a process server go to your front door, and you sat there and talked all this trash about how we didn't have enough evidence. No, you got it backwards, buddy. The reason why the process server is at your door is because we have enough evidence to prosecute you. That's why the process server is there. Again, knowledge goes a long way. And you went up there and you carried on your YouTube channel talking about the CCV and how it was fake and this that, and the other, and you didn't have enough evidence. No, you're an idiot. That means they do have enough evidence. That's why the process server's there. Because that's getting you ready for court. We had to go through a whole process with them, basically of submitting all that information in. So basically, they can show at the end of the day, we would weigh it in and see if there was enough evidence for court, and it was more than enough. So once the judge sees this in federal court, they're going to see that, yeah, there is enough to prosecute you. There's more than enough that we had a process server, which means the judge okayed it. So there was enough to get a process server to your front door. There's enough to bring you in the federal court. And you have 53. He had nowhere near 53. You have quite a lot, and that's one of them. There's the other one you have that you hit on top of that. There's the emails account, so you were attacking our emails, carrying on an act. We got you in that. We got you in the doxing of addresses. My sister's filing charges against you. The people in the building, they're filing charges against you. Yeah, buddy, you're done. I'll say he's done. You're going to have so many accounts you're going to read off. It's not even funny. You don't want to go through that. When they bring in that stack, you're like, oh, sheesh. How many did I have in mine? I had 16 in mine. 16 accounts were in mine. I was found guilty on 16 of them. And that's why they gave me the verdict was going to be a maximum of 40 to 80. So they gave me a rough number between that area where I was going to hit. Most likely it was probably going to be 80. So again, like I said, Lord only had me do 10 years of it. And like I said, the DA wanted it. He was gunning for it. He was gunning for it. He definitely knew he was going to get an easy win on me. But my mom said, nope, not going to happen. God's involved in this. And after a while, seeing my mom pray, and every attempt he tried, it failed. Every attempt he tried, it failed. I'm pretty sure he was getting some dreams, too, because sometimes the Lord sends dreams to you, too. He was going through it. But even though I was wrong, I did commit this crime, and I deserved everything that came out of it. I wasn't going to walk out of that courtroom scot-free, because my mom sat there and said, he ain't walking out of here scot-free. You got to pay for what he did. Because she admitted that I got to pay for it. I knew I had to pay for it. I wasn't going home. I was going to pay for my, I was going to do something, but I wasn't going to do that in years, but I was going to do something. I had to pay some way or another. So that's why I said, gentlemen, you got to pay either way. Even though I was deep with the Lord, even though the Lord was saving me from something far worse, I still had to do time. So, the Lord wasn't going to let me go home scot-free. Not what I just did, no. He was going to say, you're going to not do that time, but you're going to do time. And that's what I did. I did that time. So, maybe the Lord put you in that situation. I don't know. I can't call it. I don't even know what's going to go on in your situation. I don't know. That's between you and God at the end of the day. But you need to stop listening to the devil, because that's what got you there. And when you get in there, that's when you're going to pray to God. When you're out here and you're doing all that dirt, you're with the devil. And when you get in a situation like that, now you're talking to God. Every day you talk to him. Let me see, this looks like on the door. Oh, that's so cool. That looks gonna look amazing. That's definitely look amazing. I gotta do something with the I gotta frost that. It's gotta look frosted. I think I'm gonna put some foil in there, but the foil's gonna look kinda tacky. On top of that, we got a fan system coming through there. Alright. That's what we're gonna have to do. Definitely gonna have to frost that. Sheesh. Let's see. We're gonna have to paint everything in a glow in the dark paint. Definitely have to do that to get that bottom look glow. And then we're gonna have to frost it, go to fans, and that's the only way for me to do that. Cause that bottom pan, if it was white, it would have been perfect, but we had to get it in black. So that's what we're gonna have to do on it. So we'll do that at the end of the day. Oh man. But yeah, I'm happy for the other one. I'm happy for him. I'm glad that they're still looking for him. They're gonna be looking for him for a while. My people will look for him. They're not too much looking for him. I mean, they're basically scouring the internet. That's what they're doing. I got a couple friends of mine that are high level IT guys. At the end of the day, they're searching for everything right now. That's what they're doing. Because I want to make sure he's 100% doing what he's supposed to do. I don't know why he wouldn't. I mean, I don't want to hope the devil doesn't get in his head and tell him at the end of the day and put him right back in that situation. Because again, I don't have to follow through on that one. I will. But, you know, I hate to say it, but the evidence we got on him is overwhelming. It is. And again, I gave him that opportunity. I hope he took it. So, if he took it, he's good. You don't have to worry about nothing ever. They try to make trouble for him, we'll make sure they can't touch him. My word is my word. So, he stays out of it, minds his own business, and stays in his neck of the woods, enjoys his life, and we don't know him. If the other ones try to come for him, they ain't gonna be able to touch him. We'll make sure of that. Can you imagine that? A person who basically attacks you, does dirty by you, you're going to protect them and make sure that the other ones can't touch them. And a Christian is an interesting life. End up protecting the ones who attacked you. Yep. He has about him, if we never, everything happens for a reason. If I never saw that Facebook account, we'd have followed through. He'd have got a hit right from the door. I mean, he would have lost everything. He would, most importantly, he'd have lost his little ones. You don't want to bring kids to a place like that. You don't. You really don't. So, you know, he'd have lost that opportunity to pick up and hold his kids. And he'd have lost all that. So everything happens for a reason. It was meant for us to see that miss. So when I saw his Facebook look and I saw what I saw, I was like, God, crap. You gotta be kidding me. Like, you gotta be kidding me. It can't be at the end of the day. Like, why? I don't think at the end of the day, like, we can hit him. We got him. We got him right now. We can hit him. We got him. What I'm saying at the end of the day, I'm like, we can't do this. Give him an opportunity. Give him a way out of it. So that's what I did. Now, I didn't do it for him. I did it for his little ones. So, he's good. So, they're basically going to try to come after him because they're going to be mad because they're going to feel that, hey, we got to do this time at the end of the day. He's not going to do anything. But like I said, we're going to deny it. And we're going to say, well, look, hey, we had a little problem with him, but the guy disappeared. We didn't have any problem with him. As far as I'm concerned, his evidence in the lockbox somewhere in the bank. It's going to stay in there. But we have till 4 years to come get him. And we're not. He's going to live his life out, hopefully. He's going to watch his kids grow up. He may become a grandpa. He's going to live a good life, hopefully. Many blessings to him. We have no hate toward him. I got no hate toward any of them. I don't. But we can't give them that opportunity. We can't. It's not meant to be for them. This one got it. And the reason why I got it, like I said, because it's kids. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. So, I wish him the best of luck. Hope he stays away from people like that. And basically enjoys his life. And that's what he should do. They're frosty. I like that. We got to do the cap too. Well, we can't do the cap too. Get the liquid in it first. Which right now, I'll tell you the truth, I got to find some food coloring. I can't find food coloring for Jack. Man, I'm looking all over the place for food coloring. I mean, I think this one's kind of like, this is going to be a weird color because it's apple juice. Apple juice and grape. We're going to do some mixing with the food coloring. I know this one is black because it's going to be cold. That's definitely going to be black. So it's going to be easy to do that one. And then we got to put that gel in it. Now, the poo gel is different. And we can use gelatin, but gelatin has, I need something that doesn't have that can't draw gnats. No bugs, nothing. So the gelatin's not going to work well. But the poo gel is going to work because it fights bacteria. So they make it in blue. That is not going to work in blue. We need it in clear. So we're going to get it in clear, and that's going to cause it, if we tilt it to the side, We'll get a little liquid on there tilling to the side. That's gonna look pretty nice with that. Man. Man, I'll tell you one thing. So the restaurant, I wish y'all would have mind your own business. I really do. 100%. I wish I would have mind your own business and stayed in your backyard. I wish you would have. It's a shame I had to come to this, especially Mr. Fernando at the end of the day. Should have took that letter. When you sent him that letter, you should have took it, man. I sent you that Crease and Assist letter. You should have took the letter. You know how badly you messed up right now. You should have took the letter. If you had took the letter and you were sincere about what you were doing, because it probably had with him is the fact that he'll say he'll leave stuff alone, but he'll smile on your face and do it anyway because he's nasty like that. If you were sincere and you took that letter, you contacted the lawyer, because you had to contact the lawyer first. The lawyers gave him permission to contact us. It's right there in the documents that were sent to him. And he had basically left it alone. From there, we would have let it go. And that's what I'm going to tell the judge. I'm going to tell the judge the same thing. We gave him the opportunity out of this, and we would have let it go. But he kept attacking us. And that's why they're going to use him as an example, because no judge, no lawyer is going to defend his case because of the Crease and Desist letter that was sent to him. He was given a way out, and he didn't take it. And that's why I say he could end up getting a divorce too, because that could possibly happen. Because again, if your wife finds out that all that pain and misery you're going to be hit with at the end of the day could have been avoided, all you had to do is just basically abide by what we sent you by the attorneys to back away, and you chose not to. So, yeah. Oh well, this is making me depressed. I better do something else. Probably gonna watch a cartoon or something. I'm gonna go check for my packages, get myself in, work on the rest of my machine a little bit here, and then basically do some demonstrations. That's basically about it. It's a shame we got to do this to somebody at the end of the day. When people just don't listen, they're so hard-headed. Don't listen for Jack, man. At least I'm glad about the other fellow, and I hope we don't find nothing on him. Hope we don't. If we do, it's going to force me to go down that road, and I do not want to go down that road. I just don't. But if I have to, I will. And if I go down that road and you force me down that road, it'll be 10 times worse. I have more evidence on you. I have evidence when you don't know about. It'll be 10 times worse. Because, again, I gave you opportunity, didn't take it. So I'm going to hit you very, very hard. So, again, please, stay away. Enjoy your life with your family. Enjoy your home. And just stay away from us. Mind your business. So I'm praying he stays away and he enjoys his life. I want to see him grow up with his family, and I want to see him keep that house. I'm trying to fight for you, man. But if you don't give me that option, like I said, we have to come after you, and I don't want to do this. Please don't take it as an act of weakness. Please don't take it as we don't have enough evidence to prosecute you. Don't take it that way. Just don't. Take the opportunity. Enjoy your life. Watch your family grow. Same opportunity I gave all of them. They won't take it, and that's the end of it. Here you go. All right, people. I'm going to get my PC built. I'm going to get back on my machine to play some games. Kill switch should be here. For some reason, I got at least the whatchamacallit will be here so I can install those in. Yeah, I got to put those in. I put 2 of them in there. Get that done. And I got to take down the straps because they're just up there for the time being. I got to drill the pieces in there, put the bolts in so they can remove that when I want to. Almost done with some things worked on. All right, people. Gotta go. Thank you for your time. Sorry. We went off track. I apologize. Sometimes that's what we do on PC Talk or whatever we're doing at the end of the day. Y'all be safe out there and God bless.